Welcome to our third session of the day, the CANPL 2026 National Championships here in St. John's, Newfoundland. We are having an award ceremony on one platform 1, but on platform 2, we have our men's open 83s and 93s, and we are underway. I am your host, Mark Magnuson. My co-host here is Greg Pike. And say a little bit about yourself, and then we'll get started into the lifters.
Well, very happy to be here. I am a local guy, so welcome everyone. I'm glad that you could all come here for nationals. And I'm a M2 lifter myself, so very impressed by the lifts that we're watching here now.
Yeah, we have I believe it's our open 83s have just started, so we are just a few lifters in. We will try and keep you up to date on all of the lifts and on tracking who's in first place and the various placings as we get into our second and third attempts. Up now is Andrew Kim attempting 245 kilos. We have a large 83 class and a large 93 class. I think there are at least 12 in each class.
It's going to be a very, very exciting session. We've got some very strong people coming out here. And honestly, for me, this is the fun one.
Well, it is the fun part. And after watching the 74s last night, I think the 83s and 93s are going to be just as exciting.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, Andrew Kim with a 245 for his opener, and he will be, he's just getting settled under the squat rack.
Looks very comfortable.
Very easy
nice
opener.
Indeed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice to see coaches and lifters that pick easy openers, because so many things can go wrong, including confidence if that first lift is not successful.
Absolutely. Really don't like to see that opener go sideways. It shakes your confidence. It sets you up for a frustrating second or third. You just want to see that smooth opener, and then you can see everyone relax and just really focus on doing a great job.
Up next is Nick Manders. Nick Manders is a well-known lifter in Canada. He's been to Worlds. He's known for a huge deadlift. Here he is opening with his squat with 255 kilos. He is going to be one of the contenders for this title this year.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what he does tonight. Certainly don't want to put any pressure on anybody, but the expectation is that we're going to see some really great lifting.
Little bit of a grind. I think that was more of a misgroove than anything, though.
Yep.
Good opener for Nick. We're on to Murad. Murad is opening at 257.5 kilos. We've got his history up here. This is just a little bit below his PR, 18.5 kilos below his best. And he has been to a number of meets, including nationals and westerns. So lots of experience.
I do appreciate the guys who come out and just sort of eyeball the weight to make sure that it's all set up right.
I think the open lifters and the really strong lifters do that. For some of us that are older, I don't think I need to eyeball anything.
Yeah.
It's not enough weight to worry about.
And we have a great team here. It's wonderful to see them. Really good spotting crews here.
Yes, the spotters have been excellent.
Yeah, but we do want to make
good
sure
lift
it's all
from
set
Murad.
right.
I can tell that from here. We've lost one of our two screens, so we'll do the best we can with the one screen. Give you as much information, and there we're back. A momentary glimpse. We're back.
It happens. We've had a few bumps with the technology, but still all coming together.
William Villou is up next from Quebec. I compete against his father, Harold. Very good 83K open lifter. I believe he finished third last year at Nationals. He's opening as well with 257.5 kilos. Oh.
Good bar speed.
Let's talk a little bit about that technique that some people would call it a dive bomb technique. So the purpose is if the elasticity, if you dive deep enough, there's a rebound effect.
Yeah, and it's great when you can use it. You bounce back up, you get that speed, and then you just drive through past your sticking point, and you can move some great weight that way. I will say the problem with the bounce is if you're just a little off, you can tip forward. You can
Yeah,
tip
if you
backwards.
misgroove on the bounce, it's not going to go well.
Yeah.
That's correct. Guillaume Leblanc, 265 is his opener. He is from Quebec. He's been to nationals. He's also been to Commonwealths as well as Eastern Canadians. Unless he's from, am I getting that wrong? He's from PEI, excuse me. He's from Prince Edward Island, opening at 265.
Very upright lifter.
Good opener.
Yep.
And our next lifter is little glitch with our information. There we go. Our next lifter is Kafu, 275 for his opener. Big opener for an 83-kilo lifter. He's also one of those people that would probably be considered one of the contenders.
Yeah, he's got some great work behind him. He's done, World Classic several times.
Yeah, lots of experience.
Yeah.
Kafui. We just heard the pronunciation. I missed the I. Kafui. My mistake. Just over 600 pounds on the bar.
Phenomenal. Look at that.
Very quick up and down. Good lift. Not enough depth on the one side. That can happen to a lot of lifters because almost every human being is not exactly symmetrical in their hip placement. And I know a lot of people, if they get called, it'll always be to one side or the other.
Yep.
So still a good lift. 2 white lights.
If you've got 2, you've got the lift.
Luke is up, 280 kilograms. Lots of nationals experience and a number of Easterns and provincials.
Nice setup.
Aggressive walkout.
Luke's a real technician. Look at that.
Good opener for Luke.
Lift is good.
Yep. All of our openers have been successful so far. And we have Ramtin. Oh, we're already into our second attempts. Yeah. Oh, maybe we had a couple that were not successful on their openers. I'm not sure what that's referring to.
Unless there's another flight that we're just
There
not
might
seeing
be,
right
yeah.
now.
Ramtin is attempting 232.5 for his second. This is a 12.5 kilo jump from his first.
Yep.
He is a British Columbia lifter.
Good. It looks good to me. We'll see at the ref side.
Good lift for
3 white
Ramtin.
lights.
He's got 2 under his belt. I don't want to get this name wrong. I'm going to say Tung Huan is attempting his second at 240. I apologize if I got it wrong. 240 kilograms for his second. 12.5 kilo jump for him. He's got lots of experience at both nationals, including a couple of NAPF meets and Westerns.
Nice and fired up here, too.
Yep. I wonder if there's going to be a question on depth there. I don't think so. Well, yeah, there was on the one side.
Yeah.
Yep. Two white lights. Good
Well,
lift.
the speed was good, so there's room to go there for his third.
Tim Zielinski's up. Tim is from Saskatchewan. He is attempting 255 for his second. That is a 12.5 kilo jump for him. Tim has a number of years lifting, including nationals and westerns, and a couple of, I believe, a Commonwealth and an APF as well. Bit of a grind for a second, but he's got it. 3 white lights for Tim.
Yep, good lift.
Yep.
Be interesting to see now what he pulls for his third.
That's second to third, depending on how seconds go, are always interesting.
Yep.
Andrew's up with 260. This is a 15-kilo jump for him. That's a sizable jump.
We have some 83s on platform 2 and some 83s on platform 1.
That's right, we do. $260 for Andrew.
Lets it settle. That's good speed.
Yep, good speed. Comfortable second. 3 white lights. And that moves him up currently into 4th place. We'll start giving you some of the placements as we get deeper into the meet, into this flight, and we get some movement from the different squats and then into the bench. Nick Manders with his second, 265.
It did seem like there was just a little bit of an odd movement on his opener, so we'll see now how the second goes. Really braces well. Nice. That was clean.
Yep, good clean second for Nick. That currently moves him up into 4th. Murad at 270, 12.5-kilo jump. This would put him into 3rd place if he's successful. His currently personal best is 276, so he's close to that. He's only 6 kilos below his PB. Another good attempt selection for a
3 white
second.
lights.
Nicely done.
Room to grow there for the third too.
Yep. So Murad moves temporarily into 3rd place. William is up. William has jumped all the way to 272, a 15-kilo jump, 272.5. This would jump him up into 4th place, a couple of places.
600 pounds.
Yeah, just over 600.
Love to see it. Let's go.
Oh. A little bit of a grind on the way up.
Yep, but 3 white lights.
3 white lights.
And you know, some lifters, they're so steady, they're just pillars. And there are others that move quite a bit through their squat.
Yep.
And I think he might be the kind of guy who just has a bit of movement when he's going up and down.
I mean, it's cool to watch the lifters. It just everything is so silky smooth, but that's not how all of us lift.
Yeah, that's true.
Some of us just can't do it that way.
Yep.
Yeah.
They might heave through their stick. Heave's probably the wrong word to use. But, you know, there's different ways to fight through whatever obstacle you have as a lifter.
Big second for Guillaume, 290 kilograms, 25-kilo jump to his second attempt. Wow.
That's awesome.
This would jump him up to 1st place temporarily. Okay, I think the depth is the question here, if there's anything at all. Otherwise, it looked like a good
Three
lift.
white lights.
Excellent second.
I even wonder if he has a background in Olympic weightlifting or something. That's such
He
a
sits
such a
back.
weightlifting. Yeah,
He's sitting back on. Yeah,
He's
that
almost
makes
high
sense,
bar.
doesn't it?
He's so upright.
Yep. Kafui also with 290, a 15-kilo jump for him to jump into a tie for first. 639 pounds. I believe he had the one red on the one side on his opener. We'll have to see if that's an issue as the weight gets heavier.
The leg definition on this guy is just crazy.
Yeah. He's a very lean 83.
He looks strong. Slow
And this
steady with
matches his
walk
personal
out.
best.
Looked very
Oh, that
deep
looked better than the first,
and
I thought.
Fast. Yeah,
Yeah.
wow.
I thought that looked better than the first. And a good lift. Luke's up. 20-kilo jump to it. Now we're jumping to 300 kilos already with the 83s. Wow.
I love this. 661 pounds.
300 kilos even for his second attempt. This would push him into first place temporarily. As I said, people will be moving around a lot during the first squats and bench press for placements. I believe this might be close to his personal best. Just under. 3 kilos under his personal best. Big squat here for Luke. Wow.
Look at that.
How much do you think's left on the third? It's a good lift, but
You know, it's hard to say. That's such a good squat. We did see that one light again.
yeah. Again, a hip, probably one hip's a little higher than the other.
Yeah, or actually. it
The
calls for
double
knee-
bounce.
Yeah,
I think that's what it was
I
called
think
for,
maybe.
sure.
But you know, I don't know. There's a little more there.
Yep. Back to our third attempts for this group. Ramton is taking his third at 240 kilograms.
It's a reasonable jump. 220, 232.5,
Yep.
and then
7.5 kilo
240.
jumps.
Yeah,
Yep.
I like that.
This is tying his personal best.
It's a very calm lifter.
Yeah, I mean, you see the different styles, and then you see the
Yeah.
lifters that rack the bar around in the squat rack before they take it off.
Yeah, come
All right.
on. Nice.
Good third attempt selection.
Yep.
Yep.
And
And
it should look like work.
it should look like work. You want it to be a 9. I'm not sure you want it to be a 10 every time, but a 9.
Yeah.
Yep. So good lift for Ramton. We're up to Tung Huan. If somebody wants to help me pronounce that, please come talk to me.
I would if I could. You're making the best guess, I think.
250 kilos, 10-kilo jump, third attempt.
Really trying to lock in that bar there, get his position. Oh, a lot of fight there.
Oh, good fight. Let's see if he gets it from the rest, but nice fight. Yeah, three white lights. Excellent.
Good job.
Yeah,
And that's what I mean. I love to see a good battle that they win.
right. Yeah. I mean, I for a moment there, I thought, okay, if he stays there, he's going to be in trouble, but he kept moving it.
He fought that well.
Tim Zielinski, 257.5 for his third attempt. Just a 2.5 kilo jump. His second was, I don't want to say it was hard, but it certainly wasn't easy. So he's just being a little conservative here. This would move him up one place, I believe, to 7th.
Every kilo counts. Really locking in now. Let's go, Timothy.
Nice and deep. Nope.
Good effort.
Yeah. And a good attempt selection. He didn't try more than what he thought was possible.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's tricky too, you know?
Yeah. Andrew Kim up at 270. 10-kilo jump for his third and final squat.
Those are nice jumps. $15 jump for the first to the second, and then now 10. Let's go, Andrew.
Oh, nice third attempt selection.
Very good.
Good lift for Andrew, 270 kilos. Nick's up with his final squat. 10-kilo jump to 275. In Nick's case, I know from past meets where I've watched him lift, if he can stay in the hunt on the bench, or squat on the bench, he will be there for the deadlift.
He's a very strong deadlifter, yeah.
This will move
I
him
thought
up.
his second looked better than his first, to be honest. You know.
This will move him up all the way to fourth place. I mean, nice bump for him if he hits this. A lot of competition in those first 7, 8 spots. It almost felt like he lost his tempo. His tempo was quicker in his first 2 attempts.
Yep.
And I think he was a little worried about depth, so he slowed down a bit, and that caught him a bit.
He went very deep before, losing it. Yeah, sometimes I think, it's hard to gauge where your depth is.
Yeah. And then if you start looking for it, that can be problematic.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're pausing while trying to.
Yeah. All right, Murad's up at 277.5 kilos for his third and final attempt, the 7.5 kilo jump from his second. It is a 1.5 kilo PR. It's a small PR for him if he hits this. His second looked pretty good.
Bars ready for Cyrus on 1. Amsov on 2.
Nice block out.
Oh,
yeah.
That looked better than the second. That looked much better than his second.
It did not look like a third.
No, it did not. No, but he's got to be real. He got a call on the one side for depth.
But hey, 2 white lights.
2 white lights. Very strong, too.
Yeah.
William is up at 277.5 kilos for his third. William had a bit of a grind on his second. He's only going up 5 kilos. But it keeps him in the hunt. It'll keep him in the top 5. Oh, nice.
Again, I think that moved better than a second.
I think so, too.
3
Yep,
white lights.
I agree with you. Good third for William. Guillaume is at 297.5 kilos. 7.5 kilo jump for him. This will keep him in second place, or catapult him into second place. Put him into second place. It's also a New Brunswick record.
Oh, fantastic. Good.
It is a New Brunswick record.
It's funny, sometimes it's all about the competition. Other times it's all about your personal best or your provincial records. All these different sort of goals that people set for themselves.
I was hearing that in the back room when I was lifting. Certain people I want to get my provincial record here, or something like that. And so, different goals for different people. This is a 5 kilo PR for Guillaume.
Bars ready for music.
Goes for the bounce and grinds
There's
it
that
up. Good for
weightlifting.
him.
It looks like a weightlifting background. Yeah, good lift. Good third attempt.
Very nice.
Kafui at 302.5, 12.5 kilo jump. This pushes him temporarily into first place. And it's a good 12.5 kilos over his PR. So he's having a good day on squats.
Oh, yeah. He's drumming up his strength here now.
Yeah.
Really focused in.
Wow.
That's incredible.
That's a good third.
3 white lights.
Yep. Good lift. Pushes him into first. We have a couple of squatters left.
Yeah, we have Luke hot on his heels.
Yeah. Luke is jumping up to 308.5, an 8.5 kilo jump. That's got to be a Canadian and provincial record because of the odd numbering.
Yep.
For those of you that don't know much about powerlifting is done in 2.5 kilo increments. If you see a number that is not in a 2.5 kilo increment, it is typically a record. 308.5 kilos for Luke on the bar, an Ontario and a national record.
Bars loaded for a Canadian national record attempt. 308
All right,
go,
the
Luke.
crowd
Come
is
on.
getting fired up. And we have had a full crowd all day today. It's been really nice to see. It's been packed.
Stable. Oh, so close.
That was really close.
That's a really good effort.
Yep. So we are on to our 93s. The squats are over for the 83s on platform 2. We will be starting with our 93 open lifters. Harut is opening at 235 kilos.
And again, now we're hoping to see really smooth, confident openers,
Yep.
good depth, good speed, all that stuff.
You
and
never,
then see them
you
build.
never want to see anybody bum out. I don't care who you are. You just don't want to see anybody bum out and not have an actual lift for a meet.
Yep. Even when you bounce back, it
Yeah.
messes up your strategy.
235 kilos on 2.
Looks like Harut is recently a junior. This might be his first year as an open lifter.
I like the 3 white lights he's got on his singlet there. It's a nice touch.
It's a nice touch. Wow, that was up and down real quick. Good lift. Good opener.
It's like subliminal messaging to the coaches, to the refs.
Yes.
Give me 3 white lights.
Yes. Christopher up at 235 for his opener.
Christopher on 2.
Oh, very
That
smooth.
was very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, when you watch a squatter and you don't see any transitions, it's a constant kind of smooth plane.
Yep.
That's a nice squat.
Yep. There are times you can see them really fighting, really focusing, all that stuff. But there are other times it's just like, man, you could do this all day.
We're waiting on potentially the scoring system over on platform 2. We have not seen a good lift for Christopher, although it couldn't have been a bad lift in my opinion. But we are on to Ethan. They might have gone to cards for a moment. Ethan is attempting 237.5 kilos.
Ethan trains at my gym, and I have to admit, I'm a little bit biased here.
Okay.
Let's go, Ethan.
Was Ethan loading and squatting earlier today?
I believe he was.
Yeah, okay.
Nice.
Good opener. 3 white lights for Ethan.
Good start.
Yep. Jared also at 237.5 for his opener. He has had a couple of nationals under his belt. I believe he's from Quebec. He is quite tall for a 93.
He is.
He's got some height for a 93.
Oh, that was nice.
very, very smooth and quick up and down for Jared. 3 white lights. Once again, nice to see all of our lifters hitting their openers comfortably. Christopher up next, 255 for his opener, 562 pounds. He's been at nationals before. He's been at centrals, and it appears he might also be a Quebec lifter from what I'm seeing.
I believe so. So Christopher Grandin, I guess.
Yeah.
That looked great to me. See what the refs say. 3 by lights.
Good lift. Christopher's a low bar squatter. There is some talk, I think there was even potentially a minor rule change at the IPF level about that.
Yeah, the so-called French squat, where you've got it so far low that you're not really coming up right anymore at the top. And, you know, to the folks who've mastered it, you can carry more weight that way. But it comes with a bit of risk. People have lost the bar. And, you know, when it goes bad, it's a hazard to the lifter as well as the spotters.
Kwaku up at 257.5 kilos. This will be his opener. It's 20 kilos below his PR.
Nice job, Quaker. That looked good. See what the refs say. 3 white lights.
Good lift for Kwaku.
Looks like a little bit of effort, though, for an opener.
Yeah, it was, but being a low bar squatter, sometimes it looks like they're not coming up as quick because they have to come back up into a stand-up position.
Yep. It's just a different movement. Yeah. And there's some folks who look like they're, you know, RPE 10 when they're doing their warm-ups. It just looks a little different. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what he comes back with. I'm expecting his weights to go up. He's a very strong lifter.
Nicholas up next at 260. Nicholas has been to nationals on 3 different occasions. So this will not phase him to be here. Lots of experience.
He's an Ontario lifter, isn't he? Yeah.
From Ontario. Yeah,
low
I was
lift.
wondering about that.
Yeah,
It's a depth issue.
just not quite deep enough.
Yeah. Lots of speed, and I think he could sink it a little deeper and he'd be fine.
I'm sure he can come back. It's always a shame, you know, because now it's a question of, okay, do you have the confidence to keep climbing according to your plan and just go deeper? Or do you say, okay, I'm going to stick with the same number and make sure I can sink it?
Well, it'll be interesting to see what he picks for his second selection. Thomas, 265 for his first. That is
All right, Thomas,
a little
let's
bit
go.
below his personal best, but he may be building up to that.
All right, Thomas. Nice and oh, my
Boy,
God.
that looks quick.
That was slower on the way down than it was on the way up.
Yes, it was. Good lift for Thomas at 265. Jacob with 267.5 for his opener.
Now, you know, my understanding is Jacob had some sort of snowmobile accident and injured his feet. I don't know if that's supposed to be out there, but, you know, I hope he's recovered. I hope he's feeling okay. Another very strong lifter. Hope to see him do really well here. Oh, that was fantastic.
Yeah. No issues there. Good lift for Jacob. Now, Evan Seymour is one of our contenders probably for the 93 title. He has lots of experience both at Pan Am and at Nationals and Provincials. He's opening at 285. .25 kilos below his personal best.
It's a solid opener and a good strategy considering what he's capable of. Nice.
Nicely done. Good opener for Evan, although again, depth on one side,
Yeah.
but two good white lights and a good lift. Kyle Graham up next. Just slightly below 300 kilos, 295 kilos for his opener.
I wish I could open like that. That'd be all right.
650 pounds for an opener. Kyle is fired up.
Good walkout. Let's go, Kyle. Nice.
Good lift. One good lift. A little bit of an issue on the one side, but a good lift nonetheless. Christopher at 250, back to the top of the order. Second attempts here. He is jumping 15 kilos up to 250. Nice and deep.
Very smooth.
Yeah. Good lift for Christopher.
I would think he could make a nice jump down for his
I would
third
think
as
10
well.
kilo jump. Yeah. Yeah. I don't see one of the names on the board that I thought was going to be here, and I sure hope it wasn't due to travel issues. One of our lifters from Saskatchewan, Theron Farthing, would be contending for the title for sure, given his total. And I don't see his name anywhere on the 893s. So I'm hoping there wasn't a travel issue.
I hope not. Ethan with 252.5.
Sizable jump for him, 15 kilos.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Good.
Good solid second.
3 white lights.
Yep.
Yeah, the travel issue has really been a thing. You know, it's you see people put in so much effort.
It's I don't know what they can necessarily do about it, but there's a few lifters that got really deeply affected by it. One of our heavyweight bench pressers missed the bench on Monday night. Shane Martin missed because due to travel issues.
Brutal.
I heard there were some people in Montreal that missed, and I'm hoping there weren't more, because later into the week, as you hear those issues happening, hopefully people would make adjustments. But even then, you might not be able to fix it with Air Canada or WestJet or whoever's getting you out here.
You know, and well, first let's take a look at this lift here with Harut.
Harut is jumping 20 kilos all the way up to 255 for his second.
Nice jump. His opener was great.
Yep. Second looked pretty good too.
Yeah. So many white lights. Look at that. Look at that. I love
20,
that.
20 kilo jump was not an issue.
I'm going to do that on my singlet next time too.
Yeah.
It's tricky because, you know, it's not the meet directors who can deal with this. So does Air Canada compensate? Some flights made it, some flights didn't. Some airlines were working anyway, and some weren't. It's just really heartbreaking because of, you know, the time and the money and the effort.
Oh, yeah.
And then at the last minute, you know, some people managed to get diverted to different flights that did make it. Others, you know, offered a diversion flight that then didn't make it.
We're going to
Just
watch
brutal.
Jared here lift at 255, up and down pretty quickly.
That was crazy fast.
Good lift for Jared.
My goodness, he's fast.
Well, we just fixed a small technical problem, which is going to help me out a lot. I'm here with Greg, and I'm listening to him, but I'm not hearing it through the headphones. This is going to be a lot easier.
There's a lot of adapting to how things are just playing out.
Nicholas up at 260, 22 below his personal best. It's his second attempt.
Good.
Now, good second attempt.
He had trouble with his opener, and
did.
now he's got his redemption.
Christopher with 267, a 12.5 kilo jump for his second. And so far, I mean, things are going swimmingly for the 93s. Just 5 kilos below his personal best as well.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I think, especially when you're younger, the younger lifters often get into this idea that they have to hit personal best every single meet and constantly
pressure.
climb. Well, one, it's pressure, but two, it's unrealistic.
Absolutely.
There are just going to be meets where that's not going to happen. And as you get older and you do more meets, you realize even more so that, you know, yes, it's prep, it's your food, it's your travel, it's everything, and it still may not go well.
Yep.
So,
Well, and you know, there's something to be said for the lifters coming through and dealing with the travel, the sleeping in a strange bed. You know, what food was available, not just on meet day, but during the few days beforehand. All that stuff can really throw you. Making weight can certainly throw you. Nerves.
changing food, going from the
Yeah.
food you would normally eat at home to a lot of restaurant food.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing. So a lot of those things are factors. Kwaku is attempting 272.5. It's a nice 15-kilo jump for him to an even 600 pounds. His opener was, I believe, very comfortable. So we'll see how this second one goes.
I think Kwaku's got this.
Yeah, he's very, very thick 93. I'll say it that way. He's got lots of muscle on him.
He's a strong guy.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't want to jinx it for him. Let's go.
A little bit of a grind on the way up, but not
Yep.
bad.
I wonder
bad.
where he'll go for his third.
Thinking maybe 5 kilos, 7.5 might be a stretch, but somewhere in there.
There's a bit of a fight on that one.
Yeah, oh yeah. Jacob up next, 285 kilos, 17.5 kilo jump. He's making a big jump. This would put him into third place if he gets this. And it's also increasing his New Brunswick record that he did on his opener.
Well, as much as we were saying, you know, sometimes you have to be realistic, it's also nice to see people hitting huge wins with just every lift.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, if everything comes together at the right moment, you can, like, all 9 lifts can be PRs sometimes. I mean, that's not very often, but it can happen.
Good. Nod at the top just to show that he's
Yep.
confident and happy.
Yep. It's fun to watch squatters smile as they're coming up, knowing they've got the lift. Jacob with a good lift. Thomas up next, 285 kilos. A big 20-kilo jump for him for his second. This will move him up a few places. This will put him up 4 places from where he currently sits.
We're starting to see the fight for position now, too.
Yeah.
And, you know, of course, it can really vary depending on who's a relatively competitive bencher versus not.
Exactly.
And then the polls, of course,
Yeah.
can be an absolute game changer.
Yes. You got coaches in the back thinking about, you know, lifts for their lifters and where they want to be positioned. Someone who's a big deadlifter may not have to push as hard on the first 2. Someone who has, you know, maybe a big squat but not the biggest deadlift might have to push hard on in the beginning. All right, Thomas with his second. Little bobble at the bottom, but that was more of a misgroove, I think, than anything, because the strength was definitely there.
Lots of strength.
Yep.
And 3 white lights.
And 3 white lights. Getting back to the top of the order again, Evan with a 300-kilo, our first 300-kilo attempt for our 93s, 15-kilo jump for him. We are now into the 660-pound category. It's one thing, a lot of lifters have idiosyncrasies or superstitions or things like that. And one of the things I know a lot of lifters, it's about the colors on the bar. So if I've got 5 reds, that's a cool thing. If I can get to 4 reds or 6 reds, so it's, or it's a certain number, you know,
Sure.
a 275 or a 300 or a 250 or whatever. So you talk to lifters, and they're often numbers people when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Yep. And some of us have numbers we want to avoid. We just feel like that's a bad weight. I don't want that on my back.
Right.
I'll go over it, but I
I
don't
don't
want
wanna
that
be on it.
specific number.
Evan with 300. Oh, no.
It's a good fight.
Good fight. Kyle with a 20-kilo jump on his second already. 315. We're approaching 700 pounds for our 93s already. Five reds and a blue on the bar on each side. There we go.
It's not just the strength at this stage, it's the skill. Look at that.
It's a good lift, but I'm wondering about depth. Yeah, it was close. Yep. So after 2 rounds of squatting, Graham is still in the lead, Kyle's still in the lead, Jacob is second, and Evan is third.
And you know, when you get into those max effort lifts, I'm really impressed by the technique. I'm really impressed by the ability to manage the weight. It's
Yeah.
not just heaving it up, it's the skill in the brace, the holding your position for just every body part. And that's true for bench, that's true for deadlift, and it's true for squat. It's just there's a point where, holy cow, how are you controlling all these pieces?
and it's learning your own mechanics of what works best for you,
Yep.
right? Because you can maximize your weight lift by learning your mechanics and then technique.
Yep. And we all have different weak points, so
Exactly.
we all have different things we have to work on.
Ethan with his third attempt, a 5-kilo jump for him, 257.5. This will be a 5-kilo PR as well. Oh, good for him.
That looked like a good squat to me. Let's see what the refs say.
2-1. Yep, good lift for Ethan, and a nice small PR for him in squats. Christopher up next, also with 257.5, 7.5-kilo jump.
His squats have looked really good so far.
They've been solid. Wow, it was almost like he was reaching for depth, and it didn't matter. He still nailed it. Nice squat. It's like, am I deep enough? I'm going to go a little deeper.
Yep. I think he expected that to be more challenging than it was.
Yeah, maybe.
He was ready to push more, and it was already there.
Jared, with his third attempt at 270, it's a nice 15-kilo jump on his third attempt for him. Yeah, that's an amazing feeling when you do, whether it's a squat or a deadlift or a bench, and you think it's going to weigh a lot, and it just like, wait a minute.
It soars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jared had phenomenal speed on his other squats.
He did.
A bit more of a fight there,
Yeah,
but I
let's-
think he got it.
I think he did. Let's see what happens on that little. Yeah, it's good.
Excellent. 2 white lights.
2-1, good lift. One of the refs thought his knees kind of double bounced on the side there. There was a pause in the middle.
Yep.
So, yep. Good lift. Christopher's up next with 272.5. He's taking a small 5-kilo jump for his last squat. We are now at an even 600 pounds.
Good walkout.
I
Good
think that's a
grind.
good lift.
I think so.
Yes, good lift for Christopher.
Excellent. Sometimes you really got to find that grind gear and just push through. And
Harut at 275. Well, I remember his first 2 have flown. He's been very quick. So a 20-kilo jump for him, I think, is realistic given how well his first 2 went.
yeah, I think so. It's fired up now, though. No. Back into his heels.
Yeah, he started rocking backwards, and that's the killer.
Yeah. There's just no way to. You can't get the leverage once
you,
you're back.
you can't
order.
save it. No, at that point you can't save it. Nicholas is up with 275, 15-kilo jump for him. We're hearing some excitement in the background from platform 1.
There's a lot of good lifting going on.
A lot of good lifting. Yeah, a lot of good lifting.
275. That's a 15-kilo jump.
Yeah, that's that even 5 reds on either side. Nice round number.
That is a beautiful looking bar, I gotta say. 606 pounds. Good fight.
Good fight. So depth issue. Oh, yeah. It was close. It was very close. Yep. 2-1, no lift. Kwaku is up with his third at 277.5. Just a small 5-kilo jump. He might be saving it a little bit for bench and squat because I know they were relatively comfortable, but he's a low bar squatter, so that might put a lot of pressure on his back.
It could. And everyone has their own strategy,
Exactly.
but sometimes you'll see people take it easy because the deadlift is where they're going to really shine. They're saving their back for something.
Right.
Or maybe it's the bench where they really grind and they hit their numbers there. And I'm a terrible deadlifter, so I try to get my numbers elsewhere.
Well, I'm a terrible squatter, so yeah, everybody has their favorite lift, and their lift they may not dislike it because they're not good at it, but it's just always a struggle.
Yep.
All right, here we go. 277.5. Third attempt for Kwaku.
Good setup. Looks very stable there.
Yeah, good choice. Good.
Yep.
Good attempt selection. And a good lift.
It's a bit of work, but honestly, I feel like it was no more work than a second.
Right.
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 You don't necessarily want to burn out on your third squat, and then
yeah,
you still have 2/3 of the meat to go.
exactly. Some other people say, there's an expression, going out on your shield. I believe it's Gavin Adden that uses that expression. You don't want to go out on your shield on attempt 3 of 9 attempts.
Very true.
Jacob with 292.5, a 7.5-kilo bump for him from his second. He's had 2 very good lifts so far. This will match his PR as well.
Let's go, Jacob. Fast, comfortable walk out there.
Mm-hmm.
Depth was great.
And then he started to go forward a bit. Yeah. It looked like he might catch it and get it, and then he started to lean forward.
Yeah.
It's close. All right, Thomas Franz, 292.5 as well, 7.5-kilo jump for him. We're getting towards the top of our third round, or bottom, if you want to call it that, of our third round of squats. We have 3 or 4 squatters left. And that will give us our placement for our 93s after squats here in just a minute.
It's funny because you want to be all fired up for these, but you also need to calm down enough to set it right.
Mm-hmm.
Getting ready there. It's got the command. Oh, that's wonderful.
That was much better than his second. Everything came
great.
together just right for that one. Good lift for Thomas at 292.5.
And I don't know if that's what happened here and in that particular squat, but sometimes you come out, you don't know if you've got it, and you just fight so hard, you're a little bit nervous, whatever it is. All the magic things happen, and you just nail it.
Yep.
And those are wonderful moments. I love to see that.
Evan with an even 300. He'll be attempting this again for his third and final squat. Evan's currently in 4th place, and that would bump him up to 1st.
I'm not sure. Was it depth on the last
I
one?
thought it was depth on both. Yeah. I think he just cut it short a little bit. Thinking about the weight a bit.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I don't think that he tipped back or any of that stuff.
No. I think it was just a touch high.
All right.
Let's see if he can sink
Let's
this
see
and
it
get
now.
this one.
Good effort.
No lift for Evan. Kyle. Did Kyle just jump? Kyle just jumped 25.5 kilos for his third attempt. Unless he's not coming out.
And I think he's coming out.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of confidence here.
Okay.
I think that he misgrooved or whatever you want to call it. He lost his position.
Yes, he
at
did.
315. And he's basically, when you do this, he's coming out, he's trying for a record
Yep.
with 320.5.
The Canadian record's currently 318. This would kill it by, or beat it by 2.5 kilos.
So he's saying, I'm strong enough,
Yep.
and I'm going to keep it in the groove for this
Gotcha.
one.
All right, let's go.
Let's
Lots
go,
of
Kyle.
excitement from the crowd. Canadian record for Kyle if he gets this at 320.5 kilos. Good solid walkout.
Yeah, come on. He's going to get that.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Wow, let's see what he got. Yeah, 2-1. Yep, a Canadian record.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Wow.
Well done.
Yep. Probably looked like it might have dipped on the one side because the one side was lagging. So that might have been the one red, but 2 good white lights and a national record.
Yeah.
All right, we're back to the 83s. Our opening bench press attempt is with Luke at 142.5. It'll take a few minutes here for a break. Give them a chance to set up on the platform.
Good. The bar is loaded for Dakota Earl.
Oh, and we are back. Here's Luke with 140 kilos.
And we are back from our 10-minute break. We are at bench with our 83K open lifters on platform 2. Just waiting for our opening lifter, Luke. We'll be starting at 140 kilos. And the bar is loaded for Luke. This is only 10 kilos below Luke's PR, personal best.
Nice speed.
Yep, quick opener for Luke. Rod is next at 155.
And else Luke did a self-unrack. Not everybody likes to have the handoff. Other people really appreciate it and take advantage of it.
I've noticed more and more of the younger lifters are choosing not to have a lift off.
You know, if I'm raw, I don't like the handoff. If I'm equipped, I absolutely need one.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, you know, you train classic all the time. You train with a lift off for 98% of the time anyways. It makes sense. With equip, it's just that more difficult to get the bar off the rack, and you kind of want that weight transferred to where you're ready for it.
Yep. 3 white lights. Nice lift.
Yep, good lift from Rod. Andrew's up at 160 kilos. We now have 83 kilo lifters lifting just under twice their body weight.
I find too a good handoff is wonderful, but if you've had a few bad ones, it's the whole, you know, once burned, twice shy. It's you're nervous about somebody kind of dumping the bar into your hands, or you know, a number of things could go wrong.
In one case, they brought it too far forward to the point where it was over my stomach,
Oh,
not
no.
my chest. Yeah,
Brutal.
it can happen. It can.
Now you got to do this sort of weird forward raise thing on your back.
Yes. This is 10 kilos below Andrew's personal best, 160 kilos. Quick up and down. The elbows looked close. Oh, in this case, they're saying the arms were not locked.
I think that might have been, yeah. Okay.
So, I mean, you know, elbows have to be locked out completely at the rack command, and one of the rest might have seen something that didn't look quite right. Still a good lift. Ramteen at 162.5 kilos. First attempts, again, as we pointed out, you really want to make this something you can make in your sleep, something you could probably do 2 or 3 times in the gym.
Yep. Nice press.
Yeah, nice and smooth. Very still.
And the refs like
it's a
it
very
too.
still bench press.
Yeah. Nice control.
Yeah.
And again, a self-unwrap. Wonder how much we'll see that tonight.
Guillaume with 165 for his opener.
Part of the advantage of the self-unrack as well is you simply don't need to wait for that spotter to get out of the line of vision.
True.
You might get the start command a little faster.
You might get an extra second there where you're not having to wait. Yeah, that's true. Guillaume with a good first 3 squats. He's successful 3 out of 3 on squats. And now this is his opener on bench press. Very quick up and down. Good lift for Guillaume.
Yeah.
Nick with 167.5 for his first bench press attempt. We now are officially at double body weight for our 83s. And this is close to not that far off his personal best of 175.
And for an opener.
Yeah. So
Getting it set up together.
okay, good opener.
Yep. 3 white lights.
Probably 5 kilo jump, maybe 7.5. William is up next. William is also opening at 167.5. William was good on 3 out of 3 for his squats.
And you really want to see everybody just come out and have a nice, clean opener, and then see them build from there.
Another bench presser who does not want to lift off.
Yeah.
There we go. Quick setup. Oh boy.
Very fast.
Wow. Yeah.
Nice.
3 white lights for William. I definitely think he's going to be adding a little bit of weight for that second attempt. Tim, starting at 170.
And he's
Another.
yeah. And we've seen some more rules come in now for bench, so you know you can't do the feet up. The elbows, of course, have been talked about quite a bit.
Right.
Now there's some conversation about thumbs. Nice setup.
Yeah.
Nice press.
And of course, the newest one about the whole heaving situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been trying to explain that to myself as much as I've been explaining to other people. And really, it's about the bar can sink into your chest. You can't thrust the bar back out with your chest.
Right.
So it can sink in as much as you want. But once you move it off your chest with the start command, that has to be all shoulders and
Yep.
and strength and not a heaving motion.
You can't, to sort of steal my own phrase for it, you can't belly bump it up. You know, it's got to actually be a press.
Right. The momentum of your chest being thrown up into the air cannot be the way it's done.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate in some ways because I know there are some lifters that, especially the bigger, heavier lifters, tend to do some of that, and they'll adjust, they'll figure it out. But it's a fine line, and the reffing part of it is also difficult.
Well, I think very tricky to ref.
Kafui with a good opener at 170. Very quick up and down. Kafui's got long arms, deadlifter's arms, but a very nice opener for him. Kim Hwan at 185. Now we are approaching 400-pound territory for our 83-kilo lifters for openers. 185 kilos for his opening bench.
Here he comes. Nice and tight on his traps there. That was a nice press.
Yep, nice press. It's got a big arch, so that helps. And again, that's the thing you'll see too with younger lifters in particular. Take advantage of the arch as much as you can, and while still being legal within elbow depth and the other things that have to be correct.
And the elbow depth, that thing was tricky too, you know.
It is. It's
If
very
you've got
tricky.
the mobility, I kind of felt like, well, good on you. Take advantage of that.
Yep. Yep. I train with a very experienced raw and equipped bench press female, and before the rules came into play, she could arch. I mean, she could launch like crazy. She's
Sure.
adjusted.
Well,
She's
I mean,
adjusted.
position gives us advantage, right? So
Exactly.
and in different ways, you can get advantage in all the different lifts. I felt, maybe some lifters, some benchers were. It was a shame that they couldn't keep doing the numbers that they once did.
Luke with his second attempt at 145. He opened at 140. Smooth and steady. A
Yeah.
little slower, but smooth and steady. Probably a smart second, maybe another 5 for his third. We'll have to see. Murad is up next at 162 and a half, 7.5 kilo jump. So all of our bench pressers hit their openers, which is nice to see. And now, as you pointed out earlier, some of the gamesmanship begins with the placing and how much am I going to lift, and how much does this person lift, and where do we have to be after bench press. That's going to start coming into play now.
Yeah, it's all building that subtotal, and then we launch into deadlifts and see what
And then the Wild West
what
starts.
plays out.
Then
Yeah.
the Wild West starts. Then you get some people that just do their 3 lifts and as planned, no matter what, and then you get people that are Wild West. They're gonna take a wild stab at something if they think it's gonna work. Rod with 162 and a half, just below his personal best.
A little bit of effort there, but great lift.
Yep,
3 white lights.
good second. Ramteen attempting 170, 7.5 kilo jump.
Here he comes.
This is just 5 kilos below his personal best.
Clean.
Very clean.
3 white lights. Yep. Just a shout out to all of our sponsors as well. We've got SPD. They do have a booth here. I've already picked up a bunch of things, and it's so nice to be able to actually walk up and look at the equipment. Typically, we have to order them in the mail. So it's so good to be able to see it, even try a few things on, and I bought more than I should have. We've also got Transparent Labs here. So lots of great supplements, really good stuff, all tested. And so, I've taken advantage of that. And Inner Strength.
Inner Strength Products, NLPA, the Newfoundland Powerlifting Association. I think it's Newfoundland Tourism as well on there. And the Sheraton here, our major sponsor for our hotel room and our ballroom.
Yeah. And here's Andrew Kim with 170 kilos. The press was good.
Yeah.
3 white lights.
Good lift. 175 for Nick at 7.5 kilo jump. And I believe we are getting very close to his personal best. We are, yes. This would tie his personal best at 175.
And bench is tricky because you have these moments where you load one weight and it flies. It's great. And then you add the tiniest little plates, and that's the end. So let's see Nick now with 175. Bit of a fight, but he got it.
Yep.
See what the refs say?
Good
3 white
lift.
lights. Yep.
So probably 2.5. Next, maybe 5. Again, him and his coach will make a decision on whether or not they need that extra 5 or just 2.5.
Yeah. And sometimes the decision is just save your back for deadlifts.
Exactly.
Exactly. Squeaking out that extra few
May
kilos
not be
on
worth
bench.
it, yeah.
You might be trading a few numbers there and then lose
A
more on your
larger
dead.
number on the deadlift.
Yeah.
Tim Zielinski with 177.5. 7.5 kilo jump for him from his first.
Yeah.
Pretty good second, yeah.
Really nice.
Yep.
I mean, that's a lift I would add some weight for that third.
Yes.
He's got room to grow there.
Yeah. Doesn't hurt to grind a little bit on the third. That was a comfortable second. Guillaume at 177.5. 12.5 kilo jump for him, so he's making a big jump to his second attempt. Only 5 kilos from his personal best. when I mentioned earlier about idiosyncrasies and kind of superstitions and things, that 400-pound bench press for a lot of bench pressers is that magic number. And yet in kilos, it's 182 and a half. So. Nice. Good lift.
It's good lift.
Now for we also at 177 and a half.
There's certain classic numbers too that just stand out, right? And we've all got those milestones. The first time you do 2 plates, the first time you do 3 plates, you know, and on it goes, and you know.
And it's crazy how much those numbers have kind of inflated due to, 1, how many people are now into powerlifting, but 2, how good young lifters are nowadays too.
Yes. He's got long arms. He has to push that twice as far as I do.
He has deadlifter's arms for sure. All right, William at 182 and a half. This is kind of that magic 400-pound bench press, 402.3 at 182 and a half. This is William's second attempt. It is a 15-kilo jump. This is where William might make up a little bit of ground from the squats, because I know he wants to be in that top 3. So this is where he might make up a few kilos on some of the other lifters.
And you mentioned those magic numbers. There's 182.5, which to a lot of us means 400 pounds.
Yes.
402.3 to be exact, but here we go.
Oh,
Nice press.
that was a good second. He's definitely got a little bit more there.
You know, 399 just doesn't sound as cool as 400.
No, it does not. And as much as 180 sounds like a round number, 396 is not it. It's just not the same.
It's true.
To Juan at 182 and a half, 7.5 kilo jump. This is just 5 kilos below his personal best. We're starting to see placements move around as people hit their bench press and of varying amounts, moving them either up and down the list. Very smooth.
Nice.
Good lift. And that moves him up into 5th place. Luke, taking a 2.5 kilo jump from his last attempt. We are now on to thirds. He's currently in 4th overall.
I wonder, is he coming out, or is that simply a token where he's going to let a timeout?
It might be. It might not be worth the effort, like you said earlier. Save it for
He's
the
coming.
Oh, here he comes. Okay.
I love it. Every kilo counts.
Yep. And given the top 4 or 5, there's a lot. I mean, they're close between, I would say probably the top 7 or 8 are all very close. It's only 40 kilos between 1 and 8.
That's wild.
That's
Every kilo really does count. Yep.
Oh, that looked better than his second.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked better. That was a smart decision to come out and get it.
Yep. Good for him. 3 white lights.
Yep. Still in 4th place, but very close to the top 3. Rod is up.
The real killer there is, you know, he's going to look at that later and think, I wonder if I could have done a little more.
Yeah. I could have done 5.
Yeah.
Rod is up at 167. I've done that so many times. 167 and a half. 5 kilo jump from Rod for his second. Sorry, for his third, excuse me. Yeah, I mean, when everything goes right and the bar just flies and you haven't put on enough, it's like, yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, sometimes you hit that wall and then you wish you had gone a little safer.
Exactly. Good coaches know how to call it, too. If you have a good coach, they can make that determination, figure out, yeah, there's more there. No, there probably isn't. Oh. No lift from Murad. He had it moving, and then all of a sudden...
Good effort, though.
Yep, good effort.
Not much grind there.
No,
You know,
no, it was all like it was moving and then it just stopped.
Yeah. Wonder if something just felt bad or whatever, but it's like he decided to save the energy.
Well, yeah. Remton at 175, 5 kilo jump for him from his second. This will leave him in 10th place at the moment.
Such a collected lifter. He's very calm,
Yeah.
very patient.
Good third
Very
choice.
nice.
Yeah, very nice. So just a quick shout out too to all of our volunteers, our referees, all of the staff that are working the various tables and booths, our score table, everybody in the back that's helping out, our co-meet directors, Larry Walsh and Jeff Butt. Big shout out to everybody for helping to make an event like this happen. We have over 800 lifters over 6 days, and it's it's gone really well. We've had a couple of glitches here and there, but nothing that doesn't happen at any typical big event.
Absolutely. And, so many moving parts.
Yeah.
And, I think the vast majority of people are really pleased. And it just takes a year of planning. It takes a lot of time before the event itself just to get things rolling, set up. And then we need volunteers to step up and do all these other jobs. Andrew Kim,
With his third,
175.
looks good. Yeah, good third for Andrew. Lockout possibly on the left side, but
Okay,
two,
but
white,
two white lights.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good
Yep.
lift.
There is a podcast show called Two White Lights that I really enjoy. And I love the fact that it's called Two White Lights. All right, here we go. Nick with 177.5. He's doing a 2.5 kilo jump. It wasn't that big a grind on his second, but Nick's a big deadlifter, and he's probably saving a little bit for the deadlift. 2.5 kilo jump for him, 177.5 for his third. I thought he was going to get that.
I thought he was too.
And it was a good choice, too. 2.5 was the right choice.
Yep.
Tim Zielinski with 182.5. We're in the magic 400-pound mark again. 5 kilo jump for Tim. This will keep him in 9th place. And this is a 7.5 kilo PR for Tim if he gets this. That'll be a nice personal best jump for him.
That's exciting. And again, just a magical number.
Yep.
Getting nice and tight, getting the setup.
I think he's got it. A little lag on the right elbow, but I think it's a good lift for Tim.
3 white lights.
Yeah.
Good job.
Kafui is next. He is also taking 182.5 for his third and final attempt. And this will keep him in first place for the moment.
His final bench is 402 pounds. 3 white lights on platform 1, 182.5 kilos. Next is William, then LeBlanc, and then Soignan.
Oh, good
Nice speed on the
third.
way out.
Yeah.
Three white lights.
That will keep him in first place and stretch the lead just a little bit. William is taking another 5 kilo jump. Doesn't put him quite into second, but it's getting him close. He's inching up on first and second place. He gets this. And I know William has a pretty good deadlift as well.
William, bars ready. No more changes. Lifters in the next flight, 542. No more changes to your openers.
wow, there was more there. I
Yeah.
think he's going to regret that a little
He
bit.
might.
There was a lot more there. I thought another 5 kilos.
I mean, fantastic to come out and smoke your third like that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he could have had more.
I think there was 5 more on there, which would have got him very close to second place. Guillaume at 190 for his third bench. 12.5 kilo jump for him from his second. And if I remember correctly, his second moved quite well. And this is a New Brunswick record as well.
Oh, it's very exciting.
Provincial record for him if he gets this.
Bars ready. LeBlanc. Up next is Tom Schwinn. Platform 2, that is. He's got 190 kilos on the bar.
Oh, nope.
All right, give him a round of applause.
Good effort.
Yeah, good effort. Maybe a bit too ambitious of a jump for a third, but he's still in second place. And Tim Juan has made a big jump, 7.5 kilos from 192 to 200. He has hit both of his bench press attempts so far. And this will move him up into a tie for fourth if he gets this.
Bars ready. For James.
So again, this is where good lift.
That was fast.
Yeah. So this is where someone like Tim Juan is making his gains on the bench press. He just, I think, over the 3 lifts, he gained like 4 places. So everybody's got their specialty, everybody's got their strengths, and you got to take advantage of that on a good day. All right, we're back to the 93s. We're switching from the 83s to the 93s. Nicholas is our opening bench press lifter at 142.5.
You mentioned 2 white lights. What other powerlifting podcasts have you been checking
I
out?
do listen to Ryan Lapidat,
Yeah.
King of the Lifts.
Yeah.
I do like 2 white lights. There's also run by Juggernaut AI, the founder, I forget his name. He is a lifter out of California. He's also a strongman. I like that one.
I know who you mean, and I also forget his name.
Mountain of a man. I just can't remember his name. And then the really good coach out of Australia, who's also a lifter, but he does mostly
Right.
coaching now. I can't remember his name either. Those are probably the 3 or 4 that I listen to. So I tend to be a bit of a nerd. When I get into something, I get obsessive about it, and I do everything to find out about how it works and who everybody is. And yeah.
Nice. There's Nicholas with his opener.
Yep.
Locally, we've got a guy doing a really nice one. It's 2 powerlifters in a car getting coffee. And, they literally hop in the car and drive around. They pick up a coffee from wherever and just chat about the sport.
Who are the 2 powerlifters? I must know their names.
Well, it's Lenny, who you'll have met. He's here spotting.
Okay.
And then he'll invite different people. So
gotcha.
he's had, and we've got a lot of powerlifters here in St. John. So he's mostly had local folks. Then he's had a few people, of course, now with nationals here. He's had a
When I
number.
saw the fit with all the taxis here, too. Oh, my goodness. Taxis everywhere.
Yeah.
So, hop into the car and we'll have a conversation. That's great. I love that. Christopher with a good lift for his second. Ethan's up at 150 kilos. Yeah, no, that would be... I think that's a great idea. Yeah. Give me a Tim Hortons with double cream and put me in the car and I can talk powerlifting for hours.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the vibe. It's
Yeah.
really fun.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. All right.
Just giving some instructions on how he wants the handoff.
Yep.
Bars ready for Jasper Manello.
Nice press, very fast.
Good solid opener.
3 white lights.
Jared up also at 150.
Here comes Dennis. Now, boys ready.
Jared made all 3 of his squat attempts. Very solid squatter. And this is only 5 kilos below his personal best.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Just how an opener should go.
I wonder sometimes in our sheet of personal bests, is this based on competition bests or is this based on what you reported from your gym personal best? Because there's going to be a different number for that.
Oh, absolutely. And it's interesting because for squats and bench, I would probably have a gym PB and a meet PB.
Sure.
But I don't ever deadlift to 100% in the gym. I never go to 100% in the gym for deadlifts.
Yeah.
So-
and maybe that's a master's thing. I think that's why.
it's more of a master's thing. And so whatever my PB is on the platform is probably my PB for deadlift for the rest of my life.
That's fair.
That's where I'm going to push it. So Kyle with a good lift. Possibly an arm not locked out on the left side, but a good lift nonetheless. 2 white lights. Harut at 160 for his opener. Yeah, I like to rest my back and save it up for that day on the platform for deadlifts for sure.
Deadlift takes a lot out of me. I can squat fairly regularly. I can bench, though not max out bench, fairly often. But a few heavy deadlifts will set me back for a while.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. It's almost like deadlift 70, 80, 85% for 3 weeks in a row. And if I wasn't competing, then I might go and throw a single in one day and try it. But I'm thinking if I'm competing, there's no way I would ever throw that in there. We'll just keep training up to the meet instead. Yeah. Harut at 160. Good opener.
Yeah.
Lots of smart decisions by lifters and coaches about openers.
Well, by the time you get to this level, usually you've done your share of meets. You've made a few mistakes, perhaps, along the way.
Yes.
And you learn those lessons. Certainly, everybody can do their own thing. But I think there's a certain level where you've just learned the wisdom of securing your openers. And if you're going to have a bad day, you discover it in the warm-up room. And you dial back your openers
And then you adjust.
appropriately.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I absolutely agree. And you know what? Those bad meets that you have, as awful as they are, those are the ones you learn the most from.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Christopher, the 165.
Oh, yeah.
Very easy. Look at that. 3 white lights.
Jacob at 175 for his opener. I believe this will move him up a little bit, but we're still on first bench press attempts. And once we get right through these last 3 individuals, we'll start seeing some shifting and changing positions.
Right now, everybody just wants to sort of be on the board. And then we'll see them starting to fight about where they are on the board.
Exactly.
Jacob going to take the handoff.
Good solid opener.
3 white lights.
3 white lights up 2.
And Thomas with 182.5.
Thomas opening up at 400 pounds, 182 and a half.
The bar is loaded for Thomas Franco. 402 pounds. Here goes Houston.
easy. I think he almost slowed it down on the way down on purpose. Deadlift for Thomas. Evan up at 192.5. That's a big opener for a 93.
Here comes Evan Seymour, 192.5 kilos. Bars already on 2.
7.5 below is, 12.5 below is personal best.
Strong bencher. Fast.
Yep. Quick opener for Evan. Baku at 202.5 kilos for an opener. 202.5 kilos for his opener bench press.
Waku setting his grip, then his shoulders. Now getting up on his traps.
Wow.
That was a nice opener.
That's a 450-pound bench press that moved very quickly.
And 3 white lights.
And 3 white lights. Good lift.
Looked easy as could be.
All right, we're into second attempts. Nicholas with his second attempt at 150. Now we'll start seeing a little bit of movement between the placements of our lifters.
You know, some lifters, they've got a really good squat, or they've got a really good deadlift. There's one thing that they're really good at. Maybe it's 2 things. Maybe they got a good squat and a deadlift. And then you come across the rare individual, you know, it's just got all 3.
Yeah, that's not fair.
Unfairly
That's just
gifted
so
individual.
unfair. To be good at all 3 is just unfair. It really is.
Nicholas getting his position together.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Bit of work there, but room maybe for maybe time for the third, you think?
Yeah, he had to wait for the start command. I'm wondering if there was a soft elbow thing the head ref was waiting for, so for him to lock it out first.
That can eat up a lot of energy too.
It does. It really does.
Ethan with 155.
So the other thing I was going to bring up, and I'll probably bring it up again later in the week too, is I often like to talk about what the schedule looks like for the year for international events,
Sure.
for Team Canada events. So this year, obviously we're having Canadians here this week in St. John's, Newfoundland, but some of the international events that are coming up, and we're lucky because Commonwealths are this year in Canada, which I'll mention in a minute.
Yep.
But we have NAPF, which is North American Powerlifting, back here in St. John's in early August, which will be kind of cool. And then we have the Commonwealth Games, which will be in Winnipeg in September, mid-September.
Yep.
And then Worlds, of course, are in Reno in October. So if you had a year that you wanted to not have to go around the world, this is the year to get onto one of Team Canada's teams. If you like traveling around the world, I mean, you can still do that this year, of course, but next year and following years, things will be in different places. But I know for a lot of younger lifters, whether they're sub-junior, junior, even some of the younger open lifters, cost is a real prohibiting factor, even if you make a team to then go.
Absolutely.
So this would be the year that if you get an opportunity, you get chosen to take advantage of that.
Yep.
Yep.
And quite honestly, I mean, there are some global events right now that make some destinations
Well,
problematic.
and that may have an impact on the Reno World Masters Championship in the fall.
It could.
It did recently impact the World Open.
Yep.
The IPF chose to move it from Dubai to Lithuania.
Yep.
I can't remember where the World Juniors is this year. I wish I could remember, but I can't. Good lift. Jared is up now with 157 and a half. But the Reno event, they basically changed their tune.
Yep.
We'll have to wait and see.
And you'd love to see things work out and just calm down, but plans have to be made.
Well, and this is simply secondhand information I received. Is part of the problem is some of those nations that would normally come to World Masters for Reno are not allowed into the United States.
Yeah.
That's the issue. So. All right, Jared with 157 and a half.
Nice press. Yeah, sometimes it's better to just sidestep some of those issues. You certainly don't want any athletes coming into some sort of political trouble. It's about the sport.
Yeah. Kyle at 165 and a half, 7.5 kilo jump, just 5 kilos shy of his personal best. He did make his third. He took that wild swing at his third, and he made it. I thought that was awesome.
It
For a
was.
national record. And now he's at 165 for his second bench press attempt. Yeah, good second, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see where he goes for the third.
That moves him temporarily into first place. Wow. There you go.
Nice place to be.
Some of that movement's going to start happening. Yep.
I am excited about NAPFs. I'm going to take my shot at Team Canada for that one. It's right here in my hometown.
Yep.
And, I've never made an international meet. So I'd really like to do that. I think a lot of people now, this is their chance to break the seal on that.
Yeah.
Get on Team Canada, do a meet.
Well, and Commonwealths, too, for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of, my goal is to get to Commonwealths and do all 3 events there if I can manage it. I don't know if that's possible, but to get there and do as many events as I can get picked for.
Sure.
I will go to provincials this summer because I am going to be doing 3 lift equipped and giving that a whirl.
Okay.
See if I can qualify for nationals for that. So those are the next 2 events for me for the rest of the year. So. Oh, nice. Root with a nice 170. Moved very well. Lift. Christopher at 172 and a half. Yeah, so, there was the nationals and then provincials for sure, which I'm going to do. And then the Commonwealths will kind of be my event if I can make that. So,
Sure.
yeah.
I might pass on provincials this time around. But NAPFs
Oh,
in
yeah, if
August.
it's here. Oh,
is-
yeah, absolutely.
I want that so bad.
Yeah, I mean, if nationals, if Worlds were in Saskatoon or some kind of regional event was in Saskatoon, I'd be there. Yeah, that's what I'd be looking at.
172.5.
Oh, nice smooth second. Yeah, another 5 kilos for sure, maybe more.
That could have been an opener. I mean,
Well, yeah, I mean, it's powerlifting. I like to tell people is a fickle sport. It's very fickle. It will treat you really well on your first attempt, and it will grind you to the ground on your second, and it might grind you again on your third, and you might be great on your third. You never know.
one of those lifts where, you wonder, I might not have this. And you nail it. And then there's the other ones that you think, I totally have this.
And
you
it
don't.
goes nowhere, yeah. 180 for Jacob. 5 kilo jump for his second.
Let's go, Jacob.
A little bit of movement on the chest, but I think that's going to be a good lift. Yep. Good
3
lift.
wet lights.
Thomas at 195 for a 12.5 kilo jump for a second. And we're seeing some movement again on the placements. This will move him temporarily into first if he hits this.
He was called for a knee. Both side referees saw that.
12.5 kilo jump for Thomas. If he makes it, he will move temporarily into first place. Pretty easy second.
Looked wonderful to me. Let's see what the ref says. 3 white lights.
Evan bumping up over 200 kilos to 202.5 for his second. And now, literally, our top 5 placeholders are just going to be jumping around in the top 5 positions, often going into first, depending on where they are in the lifting order. This would put him 2.5 kilos in front in first place if he hits this.
His opener looked really good.
It did.
I'm expecting this to fly.
Let's go to our next flight. Ishana, 5-4-1. We got the ladies now.
Full side rest forward.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
And that's Evan Seymour. Green white lights.
Kwaku.
Oh, another 10 kilo jump. Kwaku jumping up to 212.5 for his second. And again, as I mentioned, we'll move him up into first if he hits this. His first just flew. It really looked like a warm-up in the back room.
The current gap, just 5.5 kilos.
Yeah.
Very patient with the setup.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful.
Really good technique.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I bet you that was arms not locked out again. They might look different from either side, and on one side the elbow might not look fully extended.
Well, the refs have a different position, of course,
do.
right? So they've got the angle, they can see it.
Yep.
Sometimes the lift looks good to the audience, but the ref knows the difference.
Exactly. Yep.
Or
Good
vice
lift.
versa.
Yeah, good lift nonetheless. We're back on third attempts for bench for our 93s. Nicholas at 152.5. This will move him up a couple of places.
I am impressed with the setup. When you look at really big benches, the way that people have to set up their body, the architecture of the lift, there's a lot of technique. It's not just giving it the old heave.
No, it's not. And, you know, people often talk about, well, there's 1 command and deadlift, 2 in squats, 3 in bench. I relate that to how difficult each lift is, too. Bench is incredibly technical. So a really good bench, a technically good bench, takes a lot of effort and time, and sometimes years to get it good.
And a good lift for Nicholas there,
Good
too.
lift, 2-1. Yep. We will see probably a few red lights on third attempts as people are grinding.
And now's the time, too, that if the architecture is going to break down, if the weight is enough to break the form, that's when you see it, falter.
I mean, when you're stretching, whether it's 100% of your best or it's a new personal best, I mean, that's where, like you said, form's going to break down potentially. It might stay perfect, but you might be able to grind through it and get it even with a small breakdown in form.
Yeah.
But that's why we train. That's why we train as much as we do, so that it holds up as long as well as it can.
Yeah. Trial by fire.
Small bump for Ethan, 2.5 kilos up to 157.5. This will move him up 4 places if he gets it.
Let's go.
Oh, he was so close.
That was. Good effort. And now comes Jared with 160.
Jared with 160, a 2.5 kilo jump for him. Small jump. Oh,
Good.
good. You stuck with it. Yep. And you got rewarded. Nicely done.
Good call on the weight there, I think.
Yeah. Christopher going up 7.5 kilos, 162.5. One of the things you notice as well about bench press is often one arm will lag. Not up for everybody, but for a lot of people. And that can be due to physiology and mechanical kind of how you're built. But in a lot of cases, it can also be due to injuries.
Sure.
And so one of the things we don't talk about, or we haven't talked about a little bit, is about injuries and how people train around them, but also how people train through them without getting hurt. And it might mean accommodation in some cases in how you lift in the future. So it's interesting to watch people and what happens when they do, whether it's a squat or a bench, or in some cases even a deadlift.
Yep.
Because I've seen people that were fantastic conventional lifters that went to sumo after having back problems, for
Yeah.
example, you know.
Sometimes you have to switch. I know some benchers who one hand will be just slightly in more than
Right.
the other.
Yeah.
Different ways to try to accommodate. I know some people who squat with more or less almost a sort of chicken wing type.
A little bit of a turn.
Yeah,
Yep.
but it works.
Yep.
And, it's certainly better than not training.
Yeah. Well, and in my case, I've had rotator problems, so my bar is not straight when I bench. It's literally at an angle, so I have to go deeper, further down the bench to make sure I don't hit the racks.
Sure.
Because I know I bench at an angle.
Kyle with 170, bit of a grind, and he
Oh,
forces
wow. Wow.
And the refs like
he's,
it.
He's going to be happy with
through.
that.
Yeah,
Good grind.
that was fantastic.
So 170 for Kyle on his third. That keeps him at the top of the leaderboard for the moment. Harut at 177.5. This will be a PR for him, a 2.5 kilo PR.
Yeah, certainly rotator cuff and shoulder injuries. Those are the things that haunt the benchers.
Mm-hmm.
And after squats, your shoulders are pretty tired already.
Yeah.
And I've actually talked to some of the older masters lifters that after they've had shoulder issues, they can't squat anymore because they can't get their arms back, their hands back there.
Yep.
So, all right. Third attempt for Harut.
177.5.
Started to drift on him a bit.
Yeah.
Christopher up at 180. Christopher's currently in sixth place.
The bar is ready for Natalie on one.
Don't believe this will change his standing.
Chris comes Jacob and Thomas. After Natalie, we go to the top of the order, Shauna. 95 kilo bench for
They
this
are
young lady.
currently showing, for those of you that maybe can't see this, they're currently showing a CANPL video of some of the best lifters in Canada and the world on the screen here between the two platforms. It's a pretty cool video. There's some pretty big names up there.
Yeah.
So I'm sure this is probably available. Oh, it's available through SBD. So if you go to the SBD website, I'm sure you can see that video. All right, Christopher grinding at 180, not quite.
Oh, good effort.
Yep, good effort.
Yeah, SPD has been a great supporter of this event and many others. Canada's got a lot to be proud of with the powerlifters that we've seen.
Oh, yeah.
And I expect to see, just more and more phenomenal lifters coming out of Canada powerlifting. And the support matters. It really makes a difference
Oh, it
in
does.
who can show up, how they show up, and looking good when they show up. So,
Yeah. Well, and we talk about that. And one of our sponsors, along with SBD, of course, is Inner Strength Products, who supply primarily SBD products.
Yeah.
But they are a huge sponsor. They're almost at every single powerlifting event
Yeah.
in Canada. So, and of course, that's run by the powerlifting duo,
Yeah.
Ryan and Ray Estin, who are well known throughout the powerlifting world in Canada and around the world. And so having sponsors like that show up all the time and are always sponsoring events is just invaluable.
Yep.
So
I mean, they're lifters. They know the sport. They excel at the sport. But they know what lifters need. And on top of that, they're just very great business people. You know, you get your products fast. They check to make sure you're happy. They run a great business. And I think that's actually really helped the sport to thrive, because when lifters are trying things out, it works.
Agreed.
And you don't want to hit roadblocks. So they really come through.
Thomas attempting an even 200 kilograms for his third and final attempt.
Bars ready for Isabel.
The second moved pretty well. Let's see how this goes.
Nice touch.
See, look
That's
at the control.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice control. Nicely done. Oh, he's still got a red.
But he got 2 whites.
Yes, he did. I'm not sure what the red's for. I mean, honestly, I didn't see that one.
No, I'm not sure either.
But it's a good lift nonetheless. Evan attempting 210, 7.5 kilo jump for him. This will put him in a tie for first. Wait, not quite, no, excuse me. This will move him up a couple of places. I believe it's also a provincial record. It is. It's an Ontario provincial record. 4 kilos over the current record in Ontario.
Nice. He's put in a real strong performance.
He has.
Yeah.
He has.
Bars ready, Jessica. 75 kilos, platform 1. Evan Seymour, platform 2, 210 kilos.
Bit of
Little
a
pause
fight,
in the
but-
middle,
Yeah,
but I think it's good.
me too.
Yeah, 2-1.
Yep.
Yep. Center ref maybe saw something sink,
Maybe.
know?
Yeah.
but another good lift. And you move on. Once you get the 2 whites, you don't move on. Let's
Yeah.
just keep going. Kwaku with 217.5, a small 5 kilo jump for him here. He's had a very good week so far.
217.5 kilos for Kwaku. Here comes Chloe on platform 1.
I think he's got a 5 kilo jump here from his last lift.
This will bump him up a couple of spots in the order. Put him in second place if he gets this.
Setting up here. Fantastic. 2 white lights.
He's not locked or not. What does that mean?
I'm
not even sure
let's
that's
not
a,
even read that. 2 white lights.
that's not a rule, is it? I mean, I'm asking.
Oh
'cause
no,
I
okay,
honestly-
came up.
Oh, it came up
Yeah,
wrong. Sorry.
so elbow depth, maybe didn't
okay.
touch.
So I wonder where that little graphic came up.
Yeah,
That
I mean, they gave us the squat answer for the code as opposed to the bench answer for
okay.
the
I
code.
got you.
Yeah, it was a little bit confusing
That's-
there for a minute.
That was, wait a minute.
man.
All right. So, Evan is leading our 93s at the moment. Kwaku in second with Thomas Franco in third. Very close order here. We have 4 lifters, all within 5 kilos of each other at the top. So we're going to take a short break as they get set up for deadlifts. We'll take a 10-minute break and we'll be back.
this. She's a coach too, isn't she? The bar's loaded to 226 pounds. That's 102.5 kilos. Female raw bench. Wow. For a 62 kilo lifter. She weighs in at about 62 kilos. She's got over 1.5 times her body weight. Ah, she smoked that one. She got more in the tank. 2 to 1, 2 to 1. Here comes Ishana, our final attempts on this flight. Ishana, Isabel, and Jessica are our next 3 lifters. Are you guys having beers? All right. Bar's ready. Ishana. Looks like Ish might have had a comeback. Yeah! She missed her second and came back and got it on her third. All right, here comes Isabel, then Jessica, then Chloe. Bar's ready. Let's go, Isa. She's digging in too. They're all trying to get the best arch they can. Three white lights. And we now got platform 2, no more changes to your openers. Here goes Chloe, le bar est chargé. Chloe hails from Quebec. Chloé, 3 planches sur ses bancs. Très bien, merci beaucoup, Chloé. Bars loaded. Here comes Sydney Woods. 82.5 kilos for Sydney. Then we have Emmanuel, Emma, and Natalie. 3 more to go after that.
Who's all sticky? What happened to bars? Who's all sticky? What happened to bars?
3 white lights. Bars ready. Tremblay. Très bien, Emma, très bien.
I don't mind, man. There's always something going on. There's always going to be something.
Oh, looks all right, looks all right. 3 white lights. Referees, report to platform 2. It's pulling time. Referees, report to platform 2. We're going to light it up in about 20 seconds. Bars loaded for Emma, 97.5 kilos. Give her a round of applause so she can turn it up a little. Come on, Emma. Lightweight. Let's make this count.
Bars ready. You guys want me to call it or you good? You want me to call it or you good?
3 whites. The lift is good.
What?
All right, we got 1 more to go, then we take a 10-minute break on platform 1. This is Natalie, and it's 107.5 kilos, 237 pounds. Bars loaded for Natalie.
All right, we are back for the deadlift portion of our evening, Platform 2 at the 2026 CANPL National Powerlifting Championships. We have our 83 and 93 open lifters. We're starting with our 83s. And our first deadlifter is Rampton, opening with a total of 245.
Easy lift. Good for him.
Very quick opener. Deadlifts tend to go fairly quickly at these kind of championships. There's less effort in terms of loading a squat bar or a bench press bar. So these should go fairly quickly. We'll find out who our 2026 83 and 93 champions are here shortly. Murad up with a 260 kilo deadlift for his opener.
Everyone now doing the math, looking at their subtotals and the standings, seeing where they need to go.
This is where you want your coach to be able to know how to add.
Yes. And body weight a factor.
Yes, and body and lot number if it comes down to it. Yeah.
Yep.
We should actually talk a little bit about that for people that aren't too familiar with powerlifting.
In powerlifting, you're adding up 3 totals. You're adding up your best bench press, your best squat, and your best deadlift. You get 3 attempts at all 3 events, or what do we call them? Lifts, thank you. I'm blanking here. I'm a little tired. Once you add up those 3, you have a total. The best total typically wins. There are weight classes, and so you win within your weight class. But within the weight class, if 2 people have the same total, then the next tiebreaker is body weight. If you have the exact body weight, and it does happen, then the actual tiebreaker is lot number, and lot numbers are chosen randomly at the start of a meet. So at the start of the Open 83 lifting, this morning sometime before everybody's weighed in, before everybody's come to the platform, there will be random lot numbers drawn for all of the 83 lifters. And that is a tiebreaker only in the event that a lifting total or a body weight total cannot determine the tie.
Yep.
So, Tung Hwan up at 262.5 kilos for his opening deadlift.
Always comes with double overhand hook with sumo hold. Tung with 262.
Good opener for him. Should also talk a little bit too about style in deadlifting, because of course there's always lots of controversy in powerlifting about whether or not sumo or conventional is better, whether or not sumo should even be allowed, whether or not, you know, it's 2 different events. So there's always lots of good talk about that.
Well, you know, the old argument that sumo was cheating. It's like, man, if weight goes up and you can lock it out, you cheat however you can. You do whatever you can to get that weight up there.
Well, and I'm of the opinion that if it's in the rules, no matter how much anybody else doesn't like it, if it's in the rules, it's not cheating.
Yep, agreed.
And until they ban sumo, it's not cheating.
Well, the thing is, a lot of sumo lifters train sumo. A lot of conventional lifters obviously train that way. And so when you switch, one might be a little bit kinder to your back.
Oh, he lost control at the top, unfortunately. Fell backwards.
You know what? He came up so fast
Yeah.
there that's what happened. He was too strong.
Well,
actually what that was.
And actually, this fits into our conversation really well. He's a sumo lifter.
Yep.
And so one of the reasons I don't do sumo is because I started trying it a little bit, and I felt like I was going to fall backwards as I got up into heavier weights. I didn't feel very balanced. Whereas conventional, it's pretty hard to fall backwards unless you really mess up. But with sumo, there's a fine line in terms of balancing when you pull.
True.
And I just don't think I have that.
I love sumo. I've gone back and forth. I do think that sumo is more technique-based.
I agree. I definitely agree with that.
And I enjoy that part of it. I find conventional a little bit harder. Physically more challenging.
It's physically harder, yes. It works better for me. Tim with a good lift there for his opener, and now William is opening at 280 kilos. Yeah, I do believe it's physically more taxing on the body.
Yep.
But sumo takes longer to learn to be really good at it.
It does.
Yeah. And I think the biomechanics of your body also come into play. If you are a more flexible, mobile kind of lifter, chances are sumo might be for you. Then you see what kind of a hybrid. William had kind of a hybrid half sumo.
Yep. You get an almost sort of like frog stance, a very narrow stance sumo.
Yes.
Sometimes you'll see, you know, it gets weird to me when I see somebody going into sumo and suddenly the toes tip in. And I'm,
No, like,
that's just a very wide stance,
It
squat
is.
stance now.
Yeah.
And, you know, but there's so many variations.
Yes. Guillaume with his opener at 295. They're waiting for Guillaume to come out.
Chloe's openers, green lights.
295 kilos for his opening deadlift. There he is with the 3 white lights. They're hidden right now. Also, belt position is interesting in deadlifting as well. We'll talk about that in a second. Good opener.
Nice.
So,
lift.
yeah, so belt position, first of all, a belt's used in deadlifting more so for bracing than for actual strength. It's not helping your strength. It's helping you brace your body so that you can stay rigid on the way up, so you're not rounding over.
Yep.
So it's helping in that sense. People like to put their squat or their belt in different positions, either on the waist or higher up on the midsection.
I do find the higher, I like it just a little bit higher for my sumo. And we'll just watch this lift now.
Tafui with
that's so
305 moves. There are those deadlift arms.
Yeah, beautiful conventional
Very
lifting. I find if the belt is a little higher, and especially with sumo, because I'm really getting down into my hips,
Right.
the belt gets in the way when the belt is low. So my squat position, or when I'm squatting, the belt's a little bit lower. When I'm deadlifting, I want it just a little bit higher. And you'll see some people who basically got it up around their armpits.
I know.
You know, I guess they need to really free up those hips. You know,
And I'm going to be an anomaly. I'm going to tell you, I don't use a belt at all.
really.
I actually feel better without the belt. And that's weird, I know, especially as a master's lifter. But I just have not been able to get the hang of putting it in the right position yet. So I just don't do it.
Fair enough.
All right, Nick with an opener at 320. We know Nick's a big deadlifter, so we might see a sizable jump after his opener.
705-pound opener.
Yeah,
Let's go, Nick.
and it moves pretty quickly.
And that's a beautiful sumo. You know, he just locks it in. The tension is there.
Yeah, he
That really was a
just
beautiful lift.
jumped a bunch of people. I realize there are more people with opening deadlifts, but he just jumped a number of positions with that big 320 deadlift. It put him into all the way up into third place after the first round of deadlifts, and closing in on second. Ramton next with 265 for his second attempt. Another little thing that probably is unique to deadlifting, because it's third lifts, because there is a lot of chalk on the hands, they tend to clean the platform. They also tend to clean the bar so that lifters have a fair pull.
There's nothing quite like coming out for your lift and missing, and you know the bar slips. Now, is it that your hand is weak, or is it that the bar was slippery?
Right.
And so we don't want that to be a question.
No.
We want the bar to be clean. You can request for it to be clean,
Yes.
but once you're into your thirds, it's just automatically
Exactly.
cleaned, so that you've got your best chance.
So once the final attempts of the evening, the 9th attempt, which is your third deadlift, once that round starts, the spotting crew is required to clean the bar on every lift. Luke with a 270 kilo pull for his second, 10 kilo jump for him.
Here comes Mackenzie Rose. 95 kilos for Mackenzie.
We'll move him up a couple of places into fifth.
Another sumo puller.
Traditional.
That's nice.
Good lift.
Oh, into sixth. So Tim must have him on body weight. Sixth place for Luke. Murad is doing his second at 275. A 15 kilo jump, which will move him one place up into seventh.
The jumps get really interesting for deadlift too.
I think those top four, you're going to see a bunch of movement on those top four.
Yeah.
After her comes Cassidy.
They're setting the stage, then they're going to start playing with the math on the thirds.
Yes.
Cars loaded on platform one. And the soft on platform
Nice lift.
Pull. Yep.
command
3 by lights.
3 white lights.
Tung Wang is next at 275, a 12.5 kilo jump for him. That's going to take him up into fifth place as well. Again, we still have 7 or 8 lifters left on the third round here, so there'll be a lot of movement. We'll keep you informed.
See, there's a good example. He's got his belt just a little bit higher,
Yep,
closer to the rib cage, so he can get his hips in a bit better.
there you go. And again, if deads are feeling good on a particular day like today for somebody who maybe isn't a notoriously good deadlifter, they may reach. I mean, if they're feeling great, this is the time to take a stab at it.
There's a lot of real big stuff happening with deadlifts. It's just the game could change so dramatically with deadlifts.
Andrew at 275. Second attempt for Andrew. Just shy, 10 kilos shy of his personal best.
Come on now, Andrew.
The bar is ready.
That moved fast.
Wow, that was fast. Wow, that was fast. We go, Andrew, 3 whites.
When he moved it so fast the first time that he lost his balance.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't think strength was in question there.
No, I don't think so either. Tim with his second at 295. This is a 15-kilo jump, but his opener was pretty clean and quick. And this would take him to 5th place again, back into 5th place, and close to 4th.
Well, it's always interesting to hear people chat now about the difference between seconds and thirds. Do you make that big jump? Do you make smaller jumps, but then you're more tired because you came closer to your 100% on your second? How much energy do you have left, and how do you use it? Really locking in his glance and his grip there.
Another double overhand hook grip sumo puller. We got them all on platform 2.
Yeah,
That's a good 295 lift.
That's perfect. That's perfect, Timothy.
Yep.
3 white lights. Good job.
Keeping him in 5th place. Now, William, if he needs to make a move, now would be the time. Oh, he's taking a... William is taking a 22.5-kilo jump here.
It's a big jump.
This will move him very close to 2nd place and ahead of Nick in 3rd. This is a big lift for William on this 2nd attempt.
But you know, maybe he had a really conservative opener.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, is if he was just a little safe on the opener and kind of fool a few people too.
Yeah.
Let's see how it goes. Oh, geez,
yeah.
There's lots there. Oh. Now he's feeling confident.
I expect we'll see another big jump.
I think so. I think whatever he needs to stay on the podium is what he's going to pull. Yeah. All right, Guillaume is next. He's making a 20-kilo jump as well. He wants to try and catch Kafui, and he is 315 for his second, a 20-kilo jump, and I'm guessing that might be a PR for him. That might be a personal best. Waiting to see the stats here on our screen.
It's going to be a record for New Brunswick.
Oh, New Brunswick. Well, then it might be. It might definitely be a personal best for him. And it will pull him into 1st place on body weight. 1st place on body weight if he gets this.
See, that changes the game.
Doesn't this get interesting?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. We've got 83-kilo lifters pulling over 300 pounds.
That's incredible.
That's great. All right. Kafui, our last lifter in the round, is taking a 17.5-kilo jump, of course, to go back into 1st place and make a sizable lead, potentially. 322.5 kilos, over 700 pounds for an 83-kilo lifter. And he's got the arms for it, so let's see what happens. Lots of length. First one went up really quickly. Oh,
Look at
jeez. We can hear Gino in the back saying, that was awfully fast. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. All right, so currently after 2 rounds, Nick's second. I forgot about Nick taking second. Nick has jumped 48 kilos for his second.
Oh, my God.
This would put him in 1st by half a kilo. Wow. This would put him in
4.4 times his body weight.
Yes. 1st place by half a kilo. It's a 100-pound jump on a deadlift. It's a 100-plus pound jump on one deadlift from 1 to 2.
That is a confident move.
That is insane.
And a Canadian record.
Yep, Canadian record. 811 pounds. 800-plus deadlift. Canadian record.
For his second.
For his second, not his 3rd, second. And to me, the more impressive thing is the huge jump he's making. Like the 100-plus pound jump from 1 to 2. Wow.
Crowd is getting behind him now.
Yep. A lot of the crowd standing.
Let's go down.
No. All right.
What do you think about him going that high on a second and maybe trying to do a smaller jump and then go for that on his third?
You know what? I'm going to be humble and say I'm not in a position to criticize.
Oh, neither am I. No. I mean,
No,
he knows himself.
that man has moved
Yeah.
some serious weight.
Yes.
And, you know, if you follow his Instagram, he's worked on some injuries and stuff. Now, it's easy to look at something and say that didn't work, therefore you
Right,
should have done
right,
something else.
right.
But, you know, you get into questions of should I have saved the energy? Could I put it all? Maybe if he did a smaller jump, he would have been more tired.
Well,
You
or
know?
or here's the thing. It maybe, like you said, maybe if he did a smaller jump, he'd be more tired on his third.
Yeah.
Or maybe he realized he only had one in him.
But now the real catch, yes.
Yeah.
But the real catch now is you can't go lower.
Well, that's the issue. And that's
Right.
why I asked that question, kind of. Because now you've kind of made it extremely difficult to try and hit it on your third. Let's see what Luke does, 277.5. This is a small PR for him. I think he's got it.
Yep.
Yep.
Looks locked out to me.
Yep.
3 white lights.
Yep.
Good job.
Ramtin attempting 285. Ramtin this is a 20-kilo jump for him, so he's trying to move up a few places. Or can he? No, he can't. At this point, he is pretty much set in 10th place, but it is a 20-kilo jump, and it's a 12.5-kilo PR.
Yeah, I really wonder at that level when you can move that much weight. What is the smart play when you?
Well, exactly.
You know, what was said in the back room that they're like, you know what? Let's do this jump.
I've only had one battle like this on a higher level. At Commonwealth, I was battling deadlifts, and we both screwed up.
Oh no!
So I went to I think 222 for my third, and I missed. But he had already put in like 217. Did he
Good
get it?
battle
Ramsey?
here.
Yes, he did. I think he's got it. Yep.
3
good
white
left.
lights. Good.
I'd put in 222 for my third, and I missed. But he had put in, I believe, he went from 217 to 225. Well, when I missed, he has to attempt 222 as well, and he missed as well. So I won.
Nice.
That was, yeah. We both messed up, but it was a little fun, a little gamesmanship. All right, Murad, 285 for his final deadlift of the night. 10-kilo jump for him. It will put him into a 3-way tie for 6th. I don't know where he is on body weight. Moved pretty comfortably.
Yeah.
Oh, 2-1.
Nice whip. I'm not sure what that red was for.
Knees locked out, maybe soft knees. I mean, you might not see that from the side.
No.
I don't know. Certainly a different view from the front. So he's
Yeah.
seeing something the other two refs are not seeing.
And you know the refs have their vantage point for a good reason.
Right. Tungwan is going to 287.5, 12.5-kilo jump. This would, again, move him up 2 places, but that's going to change depending on how people do here.
Very nice.
Nice. He's had a good meet. He's had a very good meet.
And I see Tim increased his third deadlift.
Yep, he added another 2.5. Probably to try and move up a couple of places potentially, or just one place maybe.
Or sometimes there's some, you know, some of the guys, they play poker well. They're going to move the numbers around so that
Yeah.
somebody else
Yep.
jockeys their numbers.
Andrew attempting 295, a 20-kilo jump for him. That would take him up a number of spots, again, depending on how other people do. But at the moment, if he gets this, he moves up 4 spots.
And his last one was so fast.
Yeah, it
So
was.
good. Let's go, Andrew. Oh, yeah.
Wow. Oh, can he
Oh,
get
bit
it
of a
back?
bobble.
Oh, no.
Oh.
I think just that bobble and lockout,
Yeah, that's discipline.
Just a little bobble when he was trying to lock out. That's unfortunate. So Tim did go up another 2.5 kilos. He's going to try 307.5.
He hit 295. It's a bit of a jump at this weight, so we'll see how it goes. This is a Saskatchewan record and a total record for the Open 83s for Tim. And we have some good 83s in Saskatchewan too, so this is a nice number for him. Tim coming out. Tim has this idiosyncratic habit of making sure those shoes are clean.
I get it.
I love when I
Yeah.
first saw him at a local meet, I thought, okay, is this a one-time thing? Nope, that's his thing. That's the pre-ritual.
It's like a bull getting ready to charge. You just
Exactly.
wind up the legs, clean out the shoes.
Here we go, Tim. 12 and a half more. Let's get it.
Lock this in now.
Double overhand hook grip for Timothy.
Oh, nice.
think he's
Hang
got
on to
it.
it. Keep it, keep it. Oh, I think he's got it. Good lift.
3 white whites.
Yeah.
What a lift. Good for him.
Good for him. Fifth place. I don't think he'll move from fifth because I think everybody else pulling is ahead of him. So I think he will stay in fifth place. Nice pull. William Velu is third. William's making another 17.5 kilo jump. I think this is to I think it's to try and stay ahead of Nick. Or to no, it's not. Oh, there's a change already. You see that?
Yeah.
William increased his third, so now it's Guillaume's turn to lift. We'll see if he changes his. So we have 4 lifters left, and we'll have to see how this goes. Down to the wire.
When do you think Nick will come out?
I just think Nick probably is going to go with what he just, tried. But I have no idea what Guillaume and William are doing. I don't understand the game they're playing unless William wants Guillaume to pull first and fail, and then William can only has to pull enough to tie him
Yeah.
because he's the lighter lifter. I think that's what William, maybe their team is playing. Because it would be a sizable increase. Even if Guillaume stays where he is, William would have to pull another 2.5 kilos for the win, or for second, excuse me. I don't think Cofillo can be caught. I think that would be a stretch.
Well,
Although
back to the earlier
Guillaume
question.
could. Guillaume could catch him.
If Nick had gone for something a bit smaller in terms of a jump,
Yeah,
he'd have a locked-in position.
exactly. So Guillaume is not trying to catch Cofillo. He's trying to stay ahead of William. He's only taking a 10-kilo jump, which would force William into a 32.5 kilo increase.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
That is.
Oh, man.
I think
Let's
right at the
see.
top.
Let's see. No, I didn't think so. I mean, they're saying it's supported on his thighs, but I thought it was more of an up and down than anything.
Yeah,
But-
I
but
think that's what
regardless, not a good lift. So now William can make a decision. Do I chase second or do I save third? That's the decision his coaches have to make. Do I race to second place and put in 22.5? Or do I just protect third place and get enough ahead of, actually, if Nick hits it, he'll catch everybody. He'll catch Cofillo as well if he hits his third.
Yeah. Let's see how this one plays out.
Yeah.
Let's go, William. He's all fired up.
Yep. 320. His second moved so well.
Look at this. He's going. A lot of fight there.
Yeah. All right.
That was a big jump.
It is. So Cofillo and then Nick. So Cofillo can pull for pride. He can pull for a PR. All he needs is another 2.5 to beat Nick's second attempt, which I'm assuming he'll try again. Unless Nick throws more on there. He could. He very well
he
could.
can. It's an option.
He could very well. I think his personal best is 385, and that was only like 365. So, I mean, I definitely think he might think about, Cafui is putting in 7.5. So 815 is what he'd have for a total if he gets this.
Oh my goodness.
Look at that.
Oh my goodness.
Lift is good.
330.
Absolutely epic.
Oh, Nick's not coming out for his third. Apparently chose not to come out for his third. Okay. So Kafui is your champion. There we go. Kafui is your champion. Oh, it's not staying on our screen. Kafui is our champion at 8:15. A couple of PRs, including a 3:30 DL. Guillaume is second, and William Maylou finishes third again for 2 years in a row. Nick finishes fourth after attempting a huge pull to pull into first or second place. Great 83 battle, and now we are on to our 93s. Harud is opening with a deadlift of 260.
Oh, the lights have a happy face now. I don't know if that was there before.
Very quick.
Really good. Jacob Pickle up next with 277.5.
We are going late into the night here on Wednesday night at the 2026 CANPL National Powerlifting Championships. We're finishing up with our 93 kilo open lifters.
It's been a long day here.
It's been a very long day for people that started early this morning. Yep. Jacob with 277.5.
Let's go now.
Good opener.
Very nice. All right, next we've got Nick with 280.
We'll see some big pulls here from the 93s. I'm sure we'll have a number of people over 300 kilos.
I wonder if we'll see any more 100 kilo jumps though.
Yeah, that's interesting. That is a good question.
It's an interesting setup.
Lifters on platform 1, first flight, no more changes to your openers. You want the referees there 3 minutes early?
Nice lift. And the rest liked it too. 3 white lights.
3 white lights.
Next we've got Evan with 280 kilos, 617 pounds.
Gets this. That'll give him a 775 total.
Nice. He's got a bit of a narrow stance sumo there.
He does, yeah. It's not conventional because his feet are pointed out.
Yep.
But it's very narrow.
And the hands are within the legs.
Yes, yeah.
But yeah, he's certainly not a wide stance.
No.
by any means.
Jared loading up 285 for his opener.
Jared seems to favor the baby powder on the legs as strategy. Mixed grip,
Nice.
very fast. Do you like to use powder for your legs?
I do not.
Me neither.
I people have criticized me for my deadlift because I tend to let it drift out a bit. Maybe, I suppose if I could learn how to run it up my legs, I would use powder, but it's never been the case. It's usually about an inch or an inch and a half away from my legs. So it's never been a real problem. And for those that are not familiar with powerlifting, the reason you use baby powder on your legs is so that the bar will slide up your legs as you complete the lockout, because it can stick due to sweat, due to chalk, different things. But the baby powder is there specifically so it will slide up.
Well, there are a few different potential points of contact here. One, you've got the knurling in the bar. Those are the grooves
Those
for
can grab.
those of you who don't lift. But that can it turns into a cheese grater on your leg. If you like to hook grip, sometimes your fingernails are at a certain angle, and you're going to scrape all the way up your leg, and that's terrible. But like you, I'm just a little bit out for my leg, so I don't actually get the contact very much unless I've messed up. So I don't like the powder because then you've got this sort of, it reduces friction. And maybe this is my superstition, but I always worry that it'll go on the bar and then I'll actually have bad grip because I've gotten baby powder on my hands.
It scares me to death that it's going to get on the bar or on my hand somehow.
Yeah.
It really does. That's why I avoid it.
Thomas with 292.5.
Very easy opener.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just the opposite of chalk.
Yeah.
I'm chalking up my hands as best as I can because I want everything to stick.
I want that bar to just glue to my hands on my deadlift. Yep.
Yeah. But for the lifters who like the baby powder, they're very attached to it. It really works well for some people.
Yeah. So our platform 1, which is not the platform we're announcing on right now, is just starting the men, so they are going to be going much later than we will. And we will be finishing up probably in about 20 minutes with our 93 kilo open lifters. Ethan opening at 300 kilos, for his opener. So our 93s are quickly getting into the 300 kilo deadlift territory.
All right, Ethan, let's go now. 300 kilos. Nice opener.
Very wide sumo stance.
Yep. He's got the socks matching his shoes.
Yep.
Nice touch. I like that.
Patient,
nice.
and there it goes.
3 white lights.
Good lift. Kyle opening up at 315. Kyle's gone 5 for 6 on the day so far. This is also did I see that? An Ontario record or a Newfoundland record? I missed that.
It
Kyle's
was
from
there for a
Ontario.
second and then it was gone.
He's from Ontario, correct?
I believe so, yep.
Yeah, I think it's an Ontario record.
All right. Maybe it'll
Unless
come
it
back
was
before he's
unless it
done
was
here. Oh, that was fast.
typo. I think this. No, it's
No,
not. Maybe that was a typo.
Well, honestly, if that was a record, I feel like he would have said it more recently than opened with it.
Yeah.
Because he didn't need to be here in order to do that
Right.
for an Ontario record. So I'm sure he's lifted more than that in the
Okay.
past.
Baku with a 345 opener.
Oh, that's incredible.
345 opener. Wow. That will take him to 840 for a total on his first deadlift.
That is incredible.
That's a huge amount.
And you know, I don't like to do. Here comes Quaker. I'll get back to that thought in a second.
Sure.
345.
His personal best is 360, so this is not unfamiliar to him. Wow.
Oh,
And this will be an Alberta record for the 93 open category.
I think Gino threw me off there for a second. Okay. Here we go with Quaker. 345. No. Setting a nice hook grip there.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
He's patient with it. Once it gets off the ground, it moves.
Lovely.
Yeah, very nice.
I find it's tricky. And, you know, I mean, feel free to disagree with this. but I find it hard to really talk about the really heavy lifts because I can't do them. And you know, like I can
can't
talk
do any
about
of
them, I
them.
can theorize about them,
yeah,
but
well.
realistically, I have no idea what it's like to move that kind of weight.
No.
And some of the strategies that people do,
Yeah.
it's like maybe it works for them.
Yep,
And
absolutely.
You know,
No, absolutely. I get that. No, I'm not lifting any of that kind of weight either. And so you look at that, and maybe, in my opinion, I apply the same principles that I think about with lower weights to the same weights. But as you point out, they may not apply at a certain point.
maybe, you know, and I mean, the form often looks the same.
Right.
But, you know, when you're looking at somebody who's moving 800 pounds,
That's different than 500 pounds.
it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Harut's trying 285 for his second attempt. It's a 25-kilo jump for him. His first moved very nicely. So probably confident about trying a larger jump here.
I think he's got
too.
lots of room there.
Yeah, he's got lots of room to
Yeah.
put that even higher. He's going to move up the board with 25-kilo jumps. Jacob taking a 17.5-kilo jump to 295 for his second.
I want to know if we get some extra chalk drawings for the third attempt.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, here comes Jacob, 295. It's nearly 20-kilo jump. Good. See what the refs say. They like it. Wonder where he's going to go next, because that looked like he could make another good jump.
Yeah, I agree. Nicholas, 300 for his second. These guys are making big jump. 20 kilos for Nicholas for his second. I wonder if they're just being conservative on their openers, just to get that lift, you know,
Play
get
it
that
safe.
first deadlift in, and then we can move up, depending on how we feel, depending on what we're looking for in terms of placement. I got a chance to sit in the back of Masters Worlds. I mean, the M3s were done and the M1s and the M2s were going. There were some pretty neat battles going on. Lane Norton was, I forget who he was battling with somebody on the M1 105s. And what was cool was there were some big heavy hitter coaches in the back.
Sure.
So I just sat and watched all the stuff that was going on. Matt Gary and his wife Susie were there, and Arian was there, and there were Arian Helwe. I always say his last name wrong. Helwe, I think. And there were a few others, and Joey from California that has a bunch of lifters. And I was just watching all of this because they were all, you know, managing their lifters from different countries, not just the U.S.
Sure.
And it was just fascinating to watch the gamesmanship that went on. It was just fascinating to watch.
And that truly is the highest level and with the most experience.
Yeah. I was done lifting. I went and sat in the corner, drank my water, and watched. Evan Seymour, 300 kilos for his second. 20-kilo jump for Evan. They're all making big jumps here. This would push him into third momentarily. It's a frog stance, as you pointed out.
Yeah.
But it works for him.
It's working great.
It moves off the floor fast.
And that's it. There was a little bit of
Hesitation.
bit more effort there in the legs, so
Yep.
I'm not sure what he'll do now. Maybe 10 kilos?
Yep.
Or he might surprise us, come out with another 20.
Jared at 302.5, a 17.5-kilo jump for him. I don't think we've had anybody jump less than 15 kilos in the second round.
Nice.
Comfortable.
3 white lights.
Christopher going up 17.5 to 307.5. We're waiting for Christopher to come out.
Come on, Christopher Norman. 307.5 kilos. Bars ready for QC on 1.
Nice lift.
Good solid second.
3 white lights.
Not quite sure who's up next.
Come on, Christopher.
I thought Christopher.
689 pounds, 312.5
Oh, here he goes.
Okay.
Oh, Christopher, that was fast.
Good lift.
Here comes Cyrus on platform 1. We got Thomas, Ethan, and then Kyle on platform
22.5 kilo jump for Thomas. 50-pound jump for Thomas from 292 to 315. Just shy of 700 pounds. And just 10 kilos shy of his personal best. Thomas has had a good day today. He's been in the top 5 pretty much all day.
We'll see how this goes for him.
Yeah.
Position matters a lot now. It's going to really come down to those last few kilos. What can you pull? And honestly, what do you think the other guy can't?
Right, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty good second.
That was really fast. He's got a lot of room to grow there.
Ethan with 320. 20 kilo jump for Ethan. We are now over 700 pounds for our deadlifters.
Bars ready for Ethan. 320 kilos, platform 2. Up next is Kyle Quick.
The current record, I think, is 305. He's going 320 here.
The Newfoundland record.
Newfoundland record, yes, sorry.
Yeah, well over the Newfoundland record, yep. And just 5 below his personal best, I think is what it said. He had a 325.5 deadlift somewhere in the past. This is close to his max.
Oh,
I don't, yeah. Once that knee started to wobble, I don't think he could lock it out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Really good attempt, good
It
effort.
was. And I would take that again, maybe, or just maybe 2.5 higher, because I think he can get it. Once that knee started to destabilize, then he didn't have the opportunity to pull it out, lock it out. Kyle at 335. I sound like a record 20 kilo jump again. I do sound like a broken record.
I mean, it's what they keep doing.
Yep.
So
738 pounds. This will move him into second momentarily.
The bars loaded for James Brudig. Platform 1. 282.5.
Quaker right now, though, with a fairly commanding lead.
Yeah. And his first was really solid, too. So it'll be interesting to see what he picks for a second. To see if he tries and pulls away on the second attempt, or if he just, sticks to the game plan and does 2 smaller attempts.
All right. Here he comes.
Yep. Oh, nice pull by Kyle.
Yeah.
Good pull.
He's got a lot more room there.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
All right. 300.
Oh, wow. 360 for Quaku.
Incredible.
15.5 kilo jump. This is right around his personal best. I think it's within 3 to 5 kilos. He had an odd number for a personal best. I think it's within 5 kilos.
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
Wow.
Canadian record, Alberta record.
And a total Alberta national total record.
Awesome.
And it's a half kilo over his current best. So it's a half kilo better than his current best.
And it's a second.
Well, so I'm guessing if it's a half kilo over his personal best, he might hold the current record.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a safe bet.
So put him at 855 and a half for a total
Let's go now.
for a 93.
There it is. Wow.
Again,
I thought that would look, at least a little difficult.
he's patient on the bottom, and then once it moves, you know it's up there. Yeah. Very nice pull.
Well, now where's he going to go next? What do you do for a third when that looks like that?
And he doesn't even need it, I don't think. I mean, I hate to say that, but it would be, a huge pull from second or third place to catch him at this point. So, but maybe he wants to just add to the person.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's going to climb from there just because he can.
Right. So I'm trying to think where he would be at. So it's already an 800-pound. No, it's not quite 800 pounds yet. So he might go for that. That's possible.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Because 360.5 is 720 and 792. Yeah, he'll definitely maybe just put 5 or 10 kilos on and get an 800-pound pull. I could see that happening. Nicholas is up with his third and final attempt as a 93-kilo lifter.
5
Small
kilo
jump.
jump here.
Yep, small jump, 5 kilos.
Oh.
And
That's one of the funny things about sumo is there are kind of two places where you see people get stuck. Either you're stuck on the floor, and if you break the floor, you pretty much got the lift. Or you fly off the floor, and then that last bit of lockout is just murder. And in this case, it was the floor.
The bar is loaded for Harut.
307.5. He's his first two move so well. I'm not surprised he's doing a 22.5-kilo jump here.
It's getting fired up.
That would move him up a number of spots into 7th or 8th. Again, there are other lifters to come, but it's a 7.5-kilo PR as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice. Oh, clean
Wait
it up.
for it. Walk it.
Nice. I think he's got it. Yep.
Yes.
Clean it up. Well done.
He's delighted, too. Look at him.
I believe that's a personal best total for him. Jacob up with 310. He's going to add another 15 kilos to his total if he can make this one. He's had a good day today. He's 7 for 8 so far.
Now, I believe this gives him the New Brunswick total record.
Yeah.
Get the bar nice and clean. This will give Jacob a nice total of 77.5. Let's go now.
Grinding it out.
Yep.
He's got it. Yep. Good pull
Very
for Jacob.
nice.
Nice
Three
way to
white lights.
finish the event.
Yeah.
Jared going for an even 700 pounds, 317 and a half, 700 pounds on the dot. A 15-kilo jump for him, just below his personal best. But I do believe it'll give him a personal best total. Yes, it will. He's actually just passed his personal best total on his last lift. So good day for him.
Yeah. I believe it'll move him up 3 spots as well.
The bar's loaded. Here comes Jared. Come on, Jared, let's go. Yes, sir. 5-4-1, easy to lift in. Not good.
All right. Let's go now, Jared. Bit of fight there. Oh.
Once he kind of lost his balance and control a bit, he was fighting it, and I don't think there was much chance of bringing it back.
Same as a squat. Once you're back on your heels, you've no way to get forward. Yeah.
Christopher up with 317.5. 10-kilo jump for him, also an even 700 pounds on the bar. This takes a little longer, as pointed out. Greggy pointed out, they clean the bar after every attempt on the 3rd attempts. Make sure everybody has a fair and equal opportunity to grip the bar. I know that feeling where you start to pull and about 6 inches off the ground, it's like, there's no way this is going up. That's just not a good feeling. Still, a good meet for Christopher.
But you got to take your shot.
You have to take your shot. Yeah, absolutely. Ethan adding 20 kilos to his last attempt, 320 kilograms. I believe.
No, I think he had missed 320 and now he's trying again.
He's taking it again, sorry. 320 from his original attempt. Correct.
All right. And he was close last time.
He was close.
Just missed. So let's see him.
And he's a local boy.
He is.
Yep.
We're cheering for him.
People want to see him get this.
Crowd's behind him.
Yep.
It's moving.
Grip. Oh, he had it coming up too.
I thought he was going to make that. Yeah.
All right, our other Christopher up. 7.5 kilo jump to 320. Also 705 pounds for Christopher as well. This is a Newfoundland record.
That's the one Ethan was shooting for.
Exactly. They're both been shooting for this one.
Oh, no, sorry. We were looking at old data there. So Christopher is actually an Ontario lifter.
Oh, that should have come off before we saw it.
Yeah. Apologize to the audience
we were
for
too
that.
quick. We were too quick. We were reading the previous graphic.
All right,
here we go.
Christopher, 320 kilos, 705 pounds.
This would give him a 740 total and move him up a few spots.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yep.
And the rest live with 3 white lights.
Good lift.
Yep.
Evan going for another 20-kilo jump to 320. This will take him into the 800-kilo total category. And into 3rd place, comfortably into 3rd place. All right. Evan's unorthodox style, which is very successful for him. I love it.
he's got it.
Pull it back, bring it back. Oh, I think he's got it too. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got to be happy with that.
So right now he's in a medal position.
Yeah. That's the goal, is when you're that close, you want to make the pull to get into either into a medal position or the gold medal.
Yep.
Good pull for him. Thomas is up, attempting 327, 12.5 kilo jump. And of course, this is to pull ahead of Evan. Oh, he's dropped it down to 10. He doesn't need 12, he's dropped it down to 10, which puts him 2.5 ahead of Evan. So my guess is that Thomas would lose on body weight, so he took the extra 2.5.
Yep.
We'll see how this goes.
At this point, you don't need to shoot for more.
No.
So
It's also a Quebec record for total, for 3-lift total. And this would put him 2.5 kilos ahead of Evan for 3rd place.
his last one looked really good.
It did. Yeah. Oh, he's had a very good meet.
Moving.
Oh,
Good effort.
good effort. So Kyle would have to make a big jump to catch. Hopefully, I don't think he's going to make that big jump. He is putting 20 kilos on the bar, though.
Now, so
There's some kind of math going on here.
looks like a personal record and perhaps an Ontario record.
Yeah, Ontario total and Ontario deadlift record.
Oh yeah.
Oh. I think he's got it. Yep.
Blue lights. Good.
That's a great pull to end the meet for him. All right, so let's see. See, I told you he's going to go for that 800 pounds.
Oh, and look at this. So at 370, Quaker's
Yeah.
going for the Canadian record,
And the
the
Canadian total.
Ontario record, the Canadian total, and it's the deadlift and the total.
So a couple of records here, plus an 800-pound deadlift. Nice way to end the meet for him.
And you know the way that second moved, I want to say he's going to get this.
Yeah, I got to think, and it's not that big a jump either.
The entire audience just went silent. Let's go, Quaker.
Oh, wow.
Let's go. Look at that.
Wow.
And what are the
Yeah,
three white
there
lights?
we go. A
Amazing.
great way to end off the 93-kilo open competition. Crockett with a Canadian record pull for both deadlift and total, and the Ontario deadlift record. Finishes in first place. Here are your standings. Kwaku in first place with 865. Kyle Graham in second with 845.5. And Evan Seymour in third with 815. Lots of great lifting. We're going to sign off. Greg, thanks for doing this with me. I really enjoyed it.
My pleasure.
I know we have a couple of more sessions this week. I'm looking forward to those.
Likewise.
So we will sign off tonight for Wednesday night. We will be back tomorrow for the 2026 CANPL National Powerlifting Championships.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.